Well, hello there. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I'm Superfluous Moniker, and today we've got some drama. I guess you could call it drama. Phil's internet apparently is down, and it's totally legitimate, not at all made up, faked for drama, for emergency clicks or views or money, like he frequently gets when he has these little drama emergency streams. If you'll recall, it was a long time ago, but when Phil got kicked off of his partnership from Twitch and went over to YouTube, he had a big emergency stream, and he raked in the dough, man. He made a lot of fucking money. And lately, you know, despite the bevy of hot new releases, Phil's income has been a bit on the downturn. And his WWE champion spending has not slowed down. So I think Phil may have. So what happened is he had an internet outage, like a little blip, the other day, the day before his day off, and it was down for like a couple minutes, and then came back up again, and then it seemed to be working fine for a little while, and then all of a sudden, Phil's stream stays up, but he suddenly apparently lost connection on his laptop, and then because apparently Phil can't play a single player game without having the live chat right there on his laptop, and he definitely can't just like pull it up on his cell phone or something. He had to stop the stream. Well, he didn't stop the stream, but he had to stop playing and do the remaining like hour as a tech support stream. And then he claimed that every internet connected device in his house, except for his PC that he streams from, had stopped working. And then he did another tech support emergency late stream. And Phil, I see in the chat, he has just now sat down 5 minutes after the time he usually starts actually streaming, and 20 minutes after the time that his stream is scheduled to start. So that's great. But I just want to make sure he's not talking over. He's not even playing. Apparently, people in his chat were saying there was something with the with like an ad playing during his music. So maybe that got fucked up somehow. That's great too. But anyway, so yeah, he had another tech support stream for his late stream on Wednesday, and got nowhere. Again, claiming that his computer that he streams from, he has two internet lines. So it's not just that internet line works and the other internet line, like his personal one, doesn't, because apparently he had his laptop hooked up. Oh shit! Now it's me explaining again. Apparently he had his laptop connected to that business internet line with Ethernet, and he claims it was still not connecting to anything. He was trying to like set his DNS settings and reset and flush things, and he says he rebooted and all this stuff, and nothing seems to work, except miraculously his computer that he streams from is completely unaffected by any of this, which I don't know. Far be it for me to assume. Oh, he's starting. Far be it for me to assume that he's lying, but I think this guy is lying. It just seems a little convenient that his ability to actually run the stream would be the only thing unaffected, and literally every other internet device in his house has stopped working. Like that just strikes me as a little odd, a little convenient for Phil. But anyway, here we go.
I'm back, but sadly, my internet issues persist.
This is his pre-intro, I think.
What's going on? This is a big new release day, and on a day like today, I would normally say, hey, get ready for a brand new game and a brand new playthrough, and we'd all be excited, but I have no idea what's going to happen. I'll tell you all about what's happening, what the solution is, and more
after I play my second intro. Muting. Oh god. Oh, that look. What the fuck is this? Oh, I muted him too soon. Hang on a second.
So let's do it!
Okay. Such a faggot. Unbelievable. Okay, anyway. So we won't have to listen to this stupid song here that I think some dent. It's either like from some like library or a dent actually made the song for him. They made him two versions of that intro, and he demands that the created by Phil Burnell is in there because that's been on all the intros that he has dents create for him. And it lasts way too long. Even the short version lasts way too long.
All right. So, everyone, welcome to the show. Today is Friday, the 27th of October, 2023.
It will now take 20 minutes to explain what I just told you.
Today would be my big day back. After my day off from streaming yesterday, I'd be coming back in full force. Very excited for a brand new streaming week. In fact, today is the release of Alan Wake 2, a horror game that we've all been waiting for 13 years. A game that a lot of people thought would never be made.
Have we all been waiting for it, Phil?
A game that's being reviewed very well. Everyone who's playing it apparently is saying it is absolutely outstanding.
And we care about reviews now because they agree with us.
IGN said, not to say that I believe what IGN says.
Well, I mean...
They actually said, listen to this, the best written psychological horror game since Silent Hill 2. So either it's amazing or someone's really stupid. It's one or the other. I guess we're going to see when we play it together. But...
It's this zoom cam doesn't really do much.
I am really excited.
It's blocking him otherwise, but...
Because it's going to be a special playthrough. I played Alan Wake 1 when it was brand new. It was one of my more notable playthroughs from back in the day.
That's who, Phil?
That got me notable and
got you notable.
A lot of attention on YouTube. So I'm very excited to play Alan Wake 2 with you today. I have it. Yes, I basically... How can I put it this way? I worked my ass off to figure out how to get this game for you guys without being able to connect to the internet.
He worked his ass off. He worked so hard.
But I got it done.
He's totally not lying about his internet just not working on his consoles and his laptop and everything.
But the problem is I'm having tons of internet issues, all right? To recap, in a nutshell, while I was
in excruciating detail,
my modems lost connection to the internet, and when they regained it, they have not properly worked, okay? By some miracle, I am still able to live stream from my desktop. I don't know why. My desktop does not fully work with the internet. My Chrome browser seems to work fine with YouTube and allows me to broadcast and have no issues. I can even upload videos. But my Firefox browser won't even connect to YouTube. It'll load other sites, like it'll load like x.com and it'll load other things, but it won't even properly connect to YouTube. So what the hell's up with that? Something going on there, right? I have no idea. What could it be? All right. Everything else in my house won't connect to the internet at all. And I have two internet lines, one in this office and one downstairs. I've attempted wireless connection, wired Ethernet connection. I tried flushing my DNS and stuff like that. We've tried manually using different DNS connections. For example, when we were troubleshooting this on Wednesday night, people suggested that instead of using the default DNS settings that Comcast, my internet provider, uses, that I change my DNS settings to the addresses of others, like Cloudflare is 1111 or Google is 8888. So I tried that, and basically what happened is I could get it to like partially work, but not fully. So I could get some internet to load, but it wasn't full speed. It was just all screwed up. And I've tried absolutely everything, just for the record. Yesterday, I had my downstairs modem unplugged for 3 hours.
3 hours?
A 3-hour unplug. When I plug this thing back in, it has to do a total refresh job, right?
A total refresh job.
Nothing. My phone still will only connect and then say there's still no internet. Same thing, here, if I plug this laptop directly into my modem, there's no internet connection. It says it's connected, but no internet connection, no response from the server, or you were rejected by the server. That's what it says.
Notice that he didn't reboot that modem.
Problem.
Because that's his business line. It's a separate one.
I know it's not me. I did nothing.
So he's already being stupid about the way he tells this story.
So something happened on the Comcast ISP side.
Of course.
Right? That screwed everything over. And
they screwed him over, dude.
I don't know what.
They're ruining his business.
I called Comcast on my day off. After a half an hour of wasted time, which I knew it would take, I finally got them to agree to send a tech out here because they said there's nothing else they could do to fix it. They don't know anything. They tried to get a tech out yesterday, but they said they could only send a tech within a 4-hour window, And I told him, you can't do that. I have stuff to do. It's my day off. I have a.
Oh, he's so busy. He had to go grocery shopping, and he had to buy cat food, and then he had to go out to a nice dinner with his wife.
2-hour window. And I said, let's do that. So the tech is scheduled to come this afternoon. Okay. In fact, the tech might show up as early as in 45 minutes or so. Or the tech could show up in another 3 hours. Seriously, like that's how they do their windows, right? So really, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know why this is continuing. I've tried like everything I can think of, and we did a 2.5-hour troubleshooting session the other night. That didn't fix the issues. I'm lucky for 2 big reasons. Number one, I have no idea why I'm still able to stream only on the desktop.
Yeah, it's very suspicious, isn't it, Phil?
I have no idea, but I can. As you can see, I'm online right now, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on and why this is still working, but I'm definitely
Neither do we, Phil. Neither do we.
Or the computer might restart, or something's going to happen, and then I lose connection and I can't stream anymore, and then I can't work.
Because when you're basically using magical thinking,
this is complete.
Like Phil's this close to doing like a dance for the internet gods.
Earlier this year, I renewed
do
my
like a
internet
blood
package,
sacrifice.
meaning my 3-year agreements that I had with Comcast had expired.
Oh, this is new lore.
They were going to charge me ginormous full price, and I said, "Well, I'm not playing ginormous full
ginormous full price."
3-year agreements. So the new 3-year agreements, one of them included, and I didn't even know this, a backup 4G wireless cellular internet device. By the way, if you're wondering what that noise is, that humming, I have no fucking clue. It sounds like something outside. It's really annoying. I'm going to have to close the window if it keeps up.
Oh, okay, Phil.
What is
I can't hear it.
Hear it?
No, we can't.
Oh, I think someone's doing lawn work around here. I think that's what it is.
I thought the landscapers only came by on Wednesdays, Phil.
The internet device is insanely slow. You can't stream on it. You can't upload on it. It's just like a trickle of internet, like a drop of internet, okay? But this thing allowed me
like a faucet that's dripping. Can't make it stop.
I bought it, and I downloaded it. Guess how long it took to download Alan Wake 2? Alan Wake 2 is around 80 gigs. It took 13 and a half hours to download Alan Wake 2 on this. That's how slow it is.
Did you stare at it the whole time, Phil?
The good news, though, is I have my laptop plugged into this device. So I have chat working.
Like, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that he started it and then he went to sleep. And he came back and checked on it 13 hours later and it was done. So he's like, holy God, it took 13 hours. Like, that has to be why he's saying it took that long. Because that's...
So I can work. The problem is, at any moment it could go out and then I lose connection. I'm done. And then
at any moment,
I'm not going to be able to get it back. That's number one. Number two, I have a completely worthless modem downstairs.
Guys, the sky is falling right now.
My other stuff on.
You know, Phil always says the sky is not falling. Right now, the sky is falling. Please tip.
TV and YouTube and stuff. That's connected to it. That's what I actually have as a backup device for the laptop as well. That if this modem or something goes down in the office, I have a backup device to at least get online and tell you guys what's going on. It doesn't work at all. So I need to have this guy come out and figure this out because, you know, God forbid we have a blip in the power or this connection for some reason disconnects and I can't reconnect it, then I can't work, right? I can't stream.
Wouldn't that be a shame?
This sucks. The worst feeling is when you don't know what's going wrong and you feel helpless because you just have absolutely no way to help it yourself, you know? At least if there was something I could do here.
It's like when a family member gets cancer.
I mean, we've tried everything.
And there's nothing you can do. You know, you're immortal.
On Wednesday night, none of that worked.
Right, Phil?
Comcast, like I said when I called them
yesterday.
It
makes you feel so helpless. So weak and small in the vast universe.
Line are literally that, just customer service reps. They don't know anything technical at all. All they do is sit there and read a checklist. And they're nice. They try to be nice or whatever. But I tell them, as soon as I start talking to this person, I'm like, there's no way you can help me. I'm going to tell you the whole situation. You're not going to understand what I'm saying.
I opened up the conversation by,
what I'm saying.
By telling them that they're an idiot, they can't help me at all, and I've tried everything already. That's what every technician loves to hear. They love it when the opening salvo from the customer is, I've already tried all the troubleshooting steps, send somebody out right now. I guarantee you Phil is a jackass like that the entire time.
Very smart and troubleshooting mindset. Pretty much knows the ins and outs of everything. You know, the only thing is they don't know, and this is hilarious. You ready for this? They don't necessarily know the ins and outs of hardware. For example, at one point, I needed to change my IP address.
You do?
Many years ago when someone was DDoS attacking me. Okay, and And I told them I need a new
Oh,
IP address.
no.
And we sat here for an hour to figure out that Comcast modems auto search for the same ISP, the same IP. Even when you disconnect them and reconnect them to the internet, they don't get a new IP. They auto search for the same IP and reconnect to it no matter what, if it's available. So the only way to get a new IP address on a Comcast modem is, number one, have two modems.
What?
Think about this. Plug them both into the same Ethernet line at once, okay? One has your old IP, one has your new IP.
Wait, what?
When they both have the IP, get rid of the old modem and just keep the new one plugged in. That's one way. Or to unplug the modem for so long that someone else grabs your IP
I'm just
address.
putting a great big X to doubt on this whole thing. This whole thing is bullshit.
But there's no way to know how long that could be. That could be 5 minutes. That could be 5 hours. That could be 5 fucking days. So
It's too bad he banned that one guy
right?
who said he was a
With
network
Comcast,
engineer the other
it's
day.
so hit or miss. None of the employees who work there on the phone know anything. You might as well not.
Unlike
even call.
Phil,
You
who's a
have to
genius
call
and knows
to get
all
to
about
next
the
level of
internet.
support. When the texts come
Oh,
out,
IP
they're very
config? What's
smart.
that mean?
The
How do
problem
I
is they
do
come out
that?
and they usually don't know what they're up against. They don't
Command
know what
prompt with
problems they're trying to
administrator
fix, because the
privileges.
person
How
who
how do you
talks on
do
the phone
that,
doesn't know
chat?
shit. So
How do you
it's like,
elevate? What does that mean?
imagine
Elevate?
if you were a rocket
There were
scientist,
so many
right?
gems the other night.
And someone needs your expertise, but then they tell you, I don't know what you need. I need you for. You're just gonna show up, and what am I here for, right? No one can tell you because everyone's so dumb. They don't understand rocket science, so they can't tell you what.
They
you're
don't
actually
understand
helpful.
rocket science?
That's pretty much it. So I know what's gonna happen. This tech will walk into my home and have no idea what they're here for. All they're gonna know is, so your internet doesn't work, right? That's it. Because I explained the entire situation to that person on the phone, and I guarantee you they didn't understand a word of it, and they just said,
didn't
well,
understand a word of it. Yeah, and they're not gonna relay your
It's pretty
half-hour
funny. Now,
retelling of the
course,
story. He's been going for 9 minutes, by the way. So I got the
ladies and
stopwatch
gentlemen,
up.
we have some insano conspiracy theories.
Insano.
We have people literally saying things like, what if this is an elaborate detractor's plot? I'm serious. People are saying this. What if people who don't like you have set this up to ruin you or whatever?
So that you can...
Well, I would say a few things.
Yes, the detractors somehow...
This is an elaborate detractor plot. This is probably the most elaborate plot ever. Like, this is more elaborate than them catfishing me for a year and a half and pretending to be someone
we gotta
else
bring up the fucking
friend, but then try to,
the
like,
fucking
leak
escort
information
saga.
or get me banned.
Really,
And that
Phil?
happened twice.
Phil, the detractors
That
are the
literally
ones
happened
who
twice
figured
in my
out
years
the
as a
escort
content
saga.
creator. And this is, I'd say
You
this is
have
more
you
elaborate
have to
than that.
thank
This
the
is more
detractors
elaborate
for that.
than them completely
That wasn't
fabricating
detractors
the situation
catfishing
with
you.
fucking mobile games.
This he's talking about the mod
Years,
saga.
apparently, of fake
The Discord mods.
chats
No, now
and
he's talking about
completely
that.
falsified information about bank statements, all the shit they've done there.
Oh, the bank leaks were
more
fake
elaborate than
now.
that.
We've
It's
debunked
more
the bank
elaborate than
leaks.
when
They were all
we had a
fake.
fake escort.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, yep,
Didn't
yep,
exist.
yep.
It was, again, more catfishing.
All
fooling
fake,
people with
all
this fake
lies,
information.
all those bank
It's the most
records,
elaborate
they
thing
were
they've ever
totally
done.
fake, guys.
But you know what? It's not impossible. I would say it's not impossible. Seriously, I wouldn't put anything past
All
anyone
those
because
records
people
of
are
his
absolutely
spending,
insane.
of his iTunes, his hundreds
You know
and
what I'm
hundreds
saying?
and
Like,
hundreds of dollars
who knows?
daily
Is there
being
someone
spent
who
on
works at
Apple
Comcast
iTunes.
who has control
It was
over
all
this kind of
fake.
shit,
We made
has
it
a
up.
plug up their ass about me and is willing to risk their job to fuck with me? Maybe. Because some people have said, well, I don't understand, Phil. If your internet's screwed up, why about your neighbors? Well, my neighbors wouldn't be affected. Why? They would only be affected if the internet outright went
Phil,
down.
the real question
I
is,
have
why
completely
is
different
only
hardware
one
and
device in your
different
entire
setup than them.
house
I have all
completely
business-class
unaffected?
modems and different
You have two
accounts.
internet
They don't
lines.
have that. They just have residential
And
internet.
it's
called
not
extra.
like, oh, the
Mine's
one
a
internet
completely
line
different
works and the other
thing.
internet
that's
line
why,
doesn't.
like, even
It's
though I'm using
one
the same
device
line,
on one of your two
outright.
lines
Oh,
is
internet's
fine,
completely
and
out.
everything
They
else
like
doesn't
have
work.
no idea why I have a
That's
problem because we're on
bullshit.
different lines
I'm
and
saying
everything,
right now,
different
that's
accounts and everything.
bullshit. I think
See
this
what I'm
whole
saying?
thing is a work.
Now, what's funny is Tyler in the chat says, really, dude, you're not that important. I know.
It
I
also,
know, Tyler, I think you have...
what is he
my
reading the
point.
chat on right now?
I'm not important. I'm Joe Nobody. I have a little presence
Because
on
the
internet,
whole
right?
start of this
A few hundred
entire
viewers a
thing
stream,
was when the internet
2,000
on his
viewers a video,
laptop
if that,
went out and he wasn't able to
probably
read chat.
1,000
But he seems to be
people
looking
on
in the
this
same
planet
direction
who genuinely
and
like
reading
what I do and
chat,
support it.
no
But I'm able to
problem,
make a living doing it.
assumingly from
And a
his
lot of people
laptop.
have issue with that. They don't
So,
like that I
is
can
his
still be
laptop working
successful.
now?
You know what I'm saying? They hate me for some reason.
Well,
and you tell
we
me
do
it
hate
doesn't
you,
make
Phil.
sense. You're right, it doesn't make sense. I agree with you, Tyler. That's my point. None of this makes any sense. Would you have catfished people for a year and a half to pretend to be someone to become a moderator of mine?
Who were they
Would you have
pretending to
elaborately
be, Phil?
invented a bunch of falsified information about mobile gaming? Would you have pretended to be an escort, faking that you were visiting me and doing all this for like a 6-month period? Do you see what I'm saying? None of this makes sense. Absolutely none of it makes any sense at all, and it's all happened. So I wouldn't put it past someone to say they're nuts.
Well, Anonymous was a creepy, furry, diaper fur freak who was your genuine fan until he actually broke hypnosis and then, you know, did a turnaround and posted screen caps from your Discord, which you denied having until there was proof of you having one. And there was some other apparently mod that was gonna that tried to screw him over. That was another former mod that defected to the detractor team. But of course now Phil has to retcon history and make it that they were always detractors.
So within a minute,
there's some serious 1984 shit going on here, man.
Like that's a firmware update. You know what I mean? Because if it was a DDoS attack, which
and now we're speculating that it was a firmware update or something Comcast did specifically that screws him over and only him over and only affects his, or it doesn't affect one of his computers, the most important one, but affects every other device in his house.
And that's not what happened.
We're supposed to believe this.
Came right back, and I was able to stream within 60 seconds. So it definitely feels to me like that's the case. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. It makes no sense, Phil.
I don't know. I really feel like it's a DNS issue because how is it that I can half connect to the internet but not fully? How is it that only one device is working and not others? How is it that when we tried changing the DNS address to to Google or Cloudflare servers, that I was able to at least partially get on the net? Right? So that's got to be it.
Because you're making shit up?
I don't know. I don't know what changed, so I don't know how Comcast could possibly fix it. Are they going to come in and say, we don't know shit, so just change out both modems completely and see if that fixes it? That might happen. They might be like, I don't know.
Are you going to let them do that, Phil? You're so adamant about not letting them reboot your computer or anything, because if you lose connection, you're totally fucked, right?
I guess we're going to find out today.
Then you'll have to do another blood sacrifice to the internet gods to get your streaming back.
Or they could take hours. I don't know how long this is going to take to fix. And again, this is not their fault. This tech that comes in, I'm going to be so nice to this person. Because I can't, can you imagine
approaching 15 minutes on this recap.
You literally are walking into a hornet's nest. Every time you walk into a business or a home, you have no idea what's going on because no one gives you any information.
And Phil knows this because...
So his internet's out, you got to fix it. That's it. So they're thinking it could be a line. It could be, it could be a simple thing. Maybe the guy's a dunce and doesn't know how to restart his modem.
I'm sure that's the case in 99% of house calls.
Thing, right?
Some grandma forgot her passwords and doesn't know how to reboot a modem.
Thank you very much for that. Okay.
Or some know-it-all jackass like
Franco,
Phil.
My modem upstairs is not working fine. It's not. I already you missed out on some information. My upstairs, my browsers on my desktop will not work properly. My Firefox browser won't load YouTube at all. I try to do it and it says there's no internet connection, but then it'll load like x.com, it'll load other sites, but it won't load YouTube. There's weird shit going on, and it's not what you're saying, okay? And again, you got to remember, I've directly connected to my modem. I haven't used any router or anything. I've tried plugging directly.
He hasn't used a router.
This problem, okay?
When he directly connects to his modem router combo with an Ethernet cable.
This is going to be a wild
see, as you can see, Phil is a technical genius. He knows all about this stuff.
The problem. If it's not fixed today, what's the next step? What if they can't figure out what it is? Well, they have a responsibility to fix my internet because I'm paying for it.
They have a responsibility.
If the technical know-how and expertise, they don't know what's going on. I don't know. I feel like what's going to be doing is levels of troubleshooting, right? First, they're going to try to run tests on their end.
We're
then they're going to try to
still
change
recapping.
stuff, maybe swap out hardware. I don't know.
Well, I guess now we're speculating.
But how long could this could take hours.
This could take
hours and hours of just messing around.
You gotta feel bad for this this poor Comcast tech who walked into this fucker's house.
Now, it's funny because people are like, so what did you guys do last night? So
yeah,
last night.
Yeah, how was your day off, Phil? Can we put up the Phil's day off?
And turned it into a hotspot, and we used the hotspot to connect our Fire Stick to the phone.
Oh wow! So you did the thing that you claimed you couldn't do
But
on
here's
Wednesday
the problem
night.
with that. We have limited data.
Oh, here's
Even
the
though we're on
problem.
unlimited data
Oh,
plan,
he's got
no cell phone company
limited
gives you
data, even
unlimited
though he said he
hotspot
had
data. It
unlimited
just doesn't
data the other
exist.
day.
We looked into it.
No, it doesn't
We have,
exist.
I believe it's like, I want to say it's like 40 gigs of hotspot data. And the thing is, originally when I went to
Phil has absolutely no
download Alan Wake
offline
2, I thought I'll
entertainment.
use the
He doesn't
hotspot.
have
So I
any
did, and I
DVDs or
downloaded like 30
Blu-rays.
gigs of it.
Um,
And then I looked into it.
you
and it
can't
said,
play
"Oh, you have
video
limited
games unless
hotspot
connected
data."
to the
I said,
internet.
"Oh, fuck."
Can't play
So I
like a
turned it
board
off, and
game
that's
or
when I started using
cards.
this weird
You know,
4G
can't just like have a
crap device
conversation.
really
Can't
slow
have sex with his
because I was
wife.
gonna exceed
You know,
my
absolutely
hotspot
nothing. Absolutely every
which
form of
is- that's
entertainment and
a huge
time
bill.
time killing he can do relies
You
on
know, so I
internet
want that to
connectivity.
happen. So we did I think it used only like a gig. We were watching like YouTube videos last night, and I think it only used about a gig of data. So that's not bad, you know. The thing is, when you're using like hotspots and stuff, it'll completely limit the quality you can get. So likely we were watching like 480p video.
Wait, didn't he say that he
right?
used a hotspot to
So-
download Alan Wake? If he's got limited internet gigs per month, didn't he blow like 40 plus
My
on
eye's
that?
bothering me. It's my eye. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. All right, at any moment I could get a phone call, and by the way, that might happen. So if that happens, here's what's gonna do. I'm gonna mute the mic and I'm gonna do this. All right. So you're not gonna see me. I'm gonna be over here muting the mic, talking on the phone to.
So you're not gonna because Phil's ultra paranoid about his phone being on screen.
Because again, they could show
Be
up
on
as early as
camera.
in a half an hour, or they could take 2-3 hours to show up here.
They might see
But
my
the point of
notifications.
making
They
it-
might see the
there's no
champions
point in me starting
notifications.
Alan Wake 2. I have it. We could play it. But what's the point of starting when I know I'm about to get interrupted? Right? All it's going to happen
That's
is
right,
like
Phil.
tremendous blue balls.
Anything to avoid playing video
Starting
games.
the game, and immediately we're like, oh my god, now I can't play. Right?
Right,
There's no
right,
point.
guys,
I'm just
right.
gonna wait for the tech to show up before we start with gameplay. And I really am hoping
So we
for
might
a
have the
fix,
longest
and then we can jump
pre-stream
right into
he's
Alan
ever
Wake
done.
2, and we can play it.
Depending
and
on how
enjoy
long it
because,
takes
again,
this
the
this
reviews
Comcast
are
guy to get
stellar
here.
for this game.
So look forward to that.
And everyone is, really excited to see me play it. I'm excited to play it. 13 years of waiting, and instead of me sitting
Almost
here
20
hyped for
minutes
Alan Wake 2, I gotta
talking
tell you
about this.
bullshit internet issues. It's bullshit, And again, what really is killing me is
No,
what's
we're
the cause of the
looping.
problem.
We're looping.
And what's the thing what's going to prevent this problem from happening again? That's another issue too. It's not only
Oh,
a matter
God.
of, okay, what's causing the problem and let's fix it, but it's a matter of, so how do we stop this from happening again, right? I don't know. How do we stop it from happening again? I
Bill,
don't
you've
know.
done
How do you
this
stop an
for
issue like this,
15
right?
years, and this has happened once. Like, how many times has his internet gone out? He claims he had a DDoS attack one time.
Anyway,
That was
All
like
right, so-
4 years ago or something.
folks, let's talk about Phil's day off.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Oh,
be
wow.
honest with
Okay,
you
so
guys.
almost exactly 20
All right.
minutes
It wasn't great,
on that.
all right? Why wasn't it great?
Why wasn't it great,
For
Phil?
multiple reasons.
Because you're stressed out
All right,
because of all this
reason number
internet
one,
stuff?
Because this whole internet thing was going on.
See?
So no matter what I did yesterday,
I
this
was
internet
stressed
thing was
out,
gonna be
so
in the back of my
stressed.
head. It was going to be bothering me.
Oh,
right?
God,
And
yeah.
it
Always
did.
in the back
It
of his head, the
literally
back of his mind.
was
And it's
bothering
telling
me the entire
him,
time.
your internet
Like,
isn't
am I
working
gonna
at
be
home,
able to get
Phil.
my internet back? Am I going to be able to work? Right? What am I going
Bill,
to?
you're working right now. Your internet works
So,
for your
that
job.
was a
You are
problem all day
currently
in the back of my
streaming.
head. In addition, I had a ton of things that I had to do yesterday. I had multiple appointments.
Are you gonna say what a single one of them was?
But I had multiple appointments that I had to do
Multiple
all during the course
appointments.
of the one day.
Uh-huh.
And, I had to hurry around, driving all around all day. Instead of it being a more relaxing day where my wife and I had plans and we could just do what we wanted, instead it was very hectic. So, we're driving half the day, moving around, and it's frustrating. It's very frustrating when you can't just relax or do what you want to do. And it was a nice day of weather, but
Oh,
because
God,
we had
weather,
so much
man.
to do,
Okay.
we got
You only
home
mentioned
at one
it.
point after having grocery shopped, and it was already very late in the afternoon. Early
Okay, so
evening.
we've got one.
And it
Okay,
was like
so he
already
got a
been out
haircut
so many
and
hours,
grocery
and I was
shopping.
still
We have
other shit
two
to do,
things
and
he-
My wife was so exhausted.
two
She's like,
actual
"I don't
things
know
that he
why
said
we're
he
out here."
did.
I'm like, yeah, but we still got to do this. We still got to do this. We got to get dinner.
Oh, well, food again.
So we basically recouped for like an hour.
And you got
and went
DoorDash,
back
didn't
out
you?
again.
You got
We
DoorDash,
did a
didn't
bunch
you?
More stuff. We did get some food. We went to a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, Mexican restaurant.
Quesadillas, but like super deluxe quesadillas.
Super deluxe.
Like
oh yeah.
Scorched grilled chicken with like a ton of veggies, a little bit of cheese, and everything you would want in a delicious quesadilla. But it's giant, like humongous plate size quesadilla. That's so much we each had leftovers to bring home. That's how big the damn thing was. Tell us it was healthy though, good. Phil.
It was really healthy, right?
But outside of that, yeah, it was pretty frustrating and pretty annoying day, because then you come home and it's like, so we just want to relax. Well, we can't. Why? Because the internet doesn't work.
But you said that you used a hotspot and you got to do your stupid watching other YouTubers with your wife.
I just want to have a day when it's my one
chill
day
segments,
all I want
chill
to do
sessions.
Is relax. Well, I got to waste an hour on the phone with Comcast in the morning. I got to be driving around all day hitting up all these appointments because it's the only time I can do it. And then when I come home, nothing's working properly, and I got to do like a bootleg way to get everything working, and it's like, oh my God. Stress, 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 stress. It's supposed to be my day off. And this is just Stressville, right? Stress City. Right now, sitting here with you guys, I'm stressed out. I'm completely stressed out.
This is so pathetic.
This fucking thing resolved so that we can.
And again, I refuse to believe that he was actually that busy. He got a haircut, he bought groceries, and he went out for dinner. That's it. That's all he actually did. I'm going to say it right now, because he does this all the time. Like he wants to portray this image of, I'm so busy, I'm a mature adult with a family and a life. But he really has nothing to do and nowhere to go.
There's no way I could even do it until this issue's resolved. Why is that? I have no idea. And we got to figure that out.
Massive victim segment.
I have a Halloween marathon I've been planning all fucking month. And everyone's excited for it. You want to see?
Oh yeah, they're really excited. Everyone's so excited. Wait, did his...
So yeah.
My bad. I didn't realize the chat was not active window, so it wasn't filling in.
And I've had enough of the baloney. I just had enough of it. I just want to be able to go on with my life and have, do normal shit like everybody else. Instead, I gotta have stress constantly all around me with this.
No OIC in the chat.
Hopefully, the person who shows up is smart and kind
and
understanding, and will be here until we solve the issue. Really, because I'm nervous. I'm nervous this person will show up and not be able to fix it, and what happens, right? Well, by internet. I need internet to run my business, so what happens? What's the next step, right? Try a different ISP, I'm being told. Can't. Why? We have 3 possibilities.
Oh boy, here we go.
Comcast, who I have.
Whine about Comcast.
CenturyLink Internet also is out here. They do not have the speeds that Comcast has, nor do they offer the kind of internet lines for business that
they've got a monopoly and blah blah blah.
Like I have Comcast, it's not possible. It would be slower and it wouldn't be good for what I need. And then you have cell phone / satellite internet, right? Like pay of a cell phone company to give me my internet full time, unlimited.
You don't have everybody. Okay, a lot of people live in areas where there's only one big ISP.
On my cell phone, sitting in front of me.
It's not complicated. It doesn't require a 5-minute explanation. No one actually asked this question, by the way. Let me check real quick.
That's just how it is out here. I don't have a pure. If I lived in the city, I'd have a 5-bar connection all the time, and then I could easily get cell phone internet, and it would be fast enough to do everything I need. I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't see. Oh, wait, here it is. Somebody, light bearer.
I'm limited.
Dent of the day here.
I'm in a rock and a hard place when it comes to ISPs, and I have to use Comcast, and there's nothing I can do outside of that. I have to deal with this.
Nothing you can do, dude.
I don't know what happened. The thing for me is not only is it the issue of fixing it, but preventing it from happening again. And if we can't pinpoint what the source is of the problem, then how do we prevent it? You see? What's to say this person doesn't come, we don't know what the cause is, but we fix it, they leave, and then tomorrow it turns out it happens again. The modems go down during my stream, and now the whole fucking thing.
Now he's gonna live in perpetual fear of this happening again. He's traumatized. He's basically got PTSD from this.
So there you go. Okay. Anyway. Hold on.
That's what I was afraid of. Oh, he's burping himself. Oh my God, Phil.
Excuse me. That's why I turned
Christ.
around, I felt that.
Wild fucking animal.
All right, so
you can turn around, but you can't hit a mute button.
Our usual
You
settings.
have a mute button.
All right.
He says he's gonna mute the mic when he gets his phone call from the Comcast guy. So he has a mute button, but he refuses to use it. It's spite. He's actually spiteful,
Like we have about 30
punishing his audience.
Until the earliest this tech could show up. Of course, this tech will call me when they're on the way.
Yeah, and you're gonna mute your mic when that happens, right, Phil?
So let's just get into the topics we need to get into.
Oh.
Schedule-wise, I wish I could tell you what I'm doing. Here was what the schedule was going to be. Alan Wake 2 all day long today. Tomorrow, Alan Wake 2.
Okay, why are we talking about what the schedule was going to be?
Show, DSP versus the internet.
Like, we already know this. He's already covered this. He spent 20 minutes covering how he can't do Alan Wake. He can't do gameplay because Comcast guy and Blue Balls. He already said all
That was
this.
supposed to be the week. But I literally can't do anything on my React channel right now. I can't stream to it. I can't upload to it. I can't do anything with it. So that's out. Right now I can do absolutely nothing with that.
Okay,
channel.
it's not React Day.
The React show on Sunday gets delayed, and we can't do it on Sunday.
Now we're speculating that this might be down for the entire weekend.
This is an issue that has to be resolved.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's unreal.
I can't promise you the marathon on Tuesday.
He has to go through like his entire schedule and, well, if the internet doesn't work, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't play Street Fighter because there's no internet. I can't do anything.
We'll determine how much time we have to work on other things. Excuse me. We may or may not. We may or may not have an issue here where now I got distracted, so fuck it. I don't even know what to say.
He lost his own train of thought.
See, I'm so stressed out.
He's so stressed out.
So,
it's not the gin
we'll see what
brain.
happens and we'll go from there. Now, if you want to help right now, yeah, I'm not
tip
gonna
me.
lie, and I'm not gonna.
I'm a crowdfunded individual.
Right now, my work is completely uncertain. I lost out on an hour of Spider-Man streaming. I lost out on a nice stream of Mario. And today, this stream is uncertain, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing in the near future. This is not good, because I run a business where every time I stream, I'm supposed to be raising money.
Supposed to be making at least $50 every time I stream.
The content you want, I'm not going to get the support I need to keep my business operating. All right? So if you want to help out right now, here's what you can do. Support however you can. If you can't do anything crazy, like the content and leave comments on it.
Yeah, if you can't do anything
Help
crazy.
the channel. If you can go above and beyond, doing
above and beyond.
More, please support in some way. On today's live stream right now, super chat.
Support right now.
Memberships tips. Okay? If you're watching on demand, you can leave a super thanks on an on-demand video. You can do a tip just by looking at the description of any video. There's a link there to send a tip. That's how you can help. And there's nothing else I can say. You know, it sucks because I just want to put out the content you want. That's all I want to do. I don't want to be interrupted. I don't want to have to sit here and mess around. This is stupid. But it's my life right now. I have to deal with it. So that's how you can help. And I am. I said this yesterday in the special video that I made.
The special video.
The good news is I am no longer in the situation.
The emergency video.
Okay? No exaggeration. A few years ago, I was in such a bad situation that if it was a day when I couldn't stream, that's a day I'm not making money, and I might not be able to pay any bills. I'm serious.
This is incredible.
How bad it was just a few years ago.
We're now acting like this isn't like a bad situation.
Okay?
Even though his business is under attack.
I can just not work for an extended period of time, or my income can be severely messed with.
It actually turned me around.
For an extended period of time. That's just, it's not possible. If I have several days where I can't stream properly, I can't put out the content you want, and people
the content you want,
because of it,
the content you guys want, need, and expect.
And I don't want to go back to where I was. I don't want to be setting myself back now to that situation again. It took me a long time to climb out of that hole. I don't want to go back in the hole. All right? And again, this is no one's fault. This is...
It's Comcast's fault, though.
Who knows if it's Comcast's fault?
Oh, no. Now we don't know.
Right?
We don't know now. Okay. That's how it is.
So, yeah. Right now, if you want to help, this kind of support would help tremendously. If you could. I'm not asking anyone.
Wait, what kind of support? Did you, like, do, like, a finger thing there?
You want to help out?
This kind of support would help.
In some way via the methods I've outlined, and I would really appreciate that.
Via the methods I've outlined.
That would put me a little bit at ease, right? Rather than saying, well, I don't know what's happening, and if I can't stream and if I can't upload normally, well, now I have no business. and now I go out of business, right?
Right.
So, please. If you can't
yeah,
support,
that's
you
yeah.
can't. Fair enough. Okay. So it's time for my favorite segment. Enough. Let's just start with DSP news.
Wow, he's.
I'm all frustrated.
Yeah, he's so frustrated he can't even do his stupid bit.
I'm not in the mood. Seriously, as you can
not
tell,
even in the mood to
my
stall.
Jovial self, right? Like
Jovial.
I'd be in a good mood. Jovial Phil.
Yeah.
I'm just
say jovial again, Phil. Was that on your word of the day calendar?
Because of this going
Jovial.
All right. So, what news do we have? All right.
So what you really think of when you think of Darkside Phil, right? What, jovial, like a jolly giant. Like a fun-loving guy, you know?
Even though this isn't much of a story, due to the Activision...
Definitely not somebody who's about to complain about
Microsoft
something.
Is shuffling jobs around.
We're
so basically
talking about the gaming industry, people getting fired.
Like vertical or
we can complain about, what was it, Microsoft?
Around the company. Some people were talking about it, but in reality, I don't know if it really affects anyone, unless you work in the company.
So it affects employees of the company?
And shuffling the deck a bit and making moves because of the Activision Blizzard acquisition.
And you hate Activision, right, Phil?
I don't know. I tend to see, like, even though Microsoft pretends like they do this kind of like control, you know, oh, we're a big company. It seems like they're mostly hands off. Like, take a look at the games that come out, like Redfall. Like, you telling me that Microsoft didn't even look at that game before it was going to release to know it was shit? Like, how do you not know that? So I get the feeling like, even though they're making this acquisition, I don't really know if much will change at Activision Blizzard besides the games go on Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're just going to keep
No, Phil, I don't know what you mean, honestly.
I think they need to be more hands-on. You can't have these disastrous situations like Redfall happen under your watch. Where are you buying a company if you're just going to let them go right off the cliff, right? So I would hope they would have more control over stuff, but I don't know if they're going to, all right? So that's just a very minor story.
Stop doing that, Phil.
6. Interesting information about Street Fighter 6 and Capcom.
Oh.
Okay, first of all, Street Fighter 6, it's now been revealed that by the end of September.
What? DLC characters?
Street Fighter 6 had sold 2.47
Oh, sales numbers.
copies.
Yeah, we really care about fucking sales numbers.
That's pretty good. That's actually, if you're looking at pacing,
what did you say, 2 million?
Street Fighter 5, and this same exact time frame, Street Fighter 5.
Phil loves these sales number stories, and he just spins it whatever fucking way he wants.
So
because when Final Fantasy 16
extra copies
sold millions of copies, that was bad because he hated Final Fantasy 16, and he wanted to spin it that way. When Street Fighter 6 sells about the same number, that's good.
For Street Fighter 6 is now over. What does that mean? Well,
it's been out.
Whenever a fighting game comes out, particularly one like Street Fighter 6
that's every game. Games sell the most when they're new.
So excited for the game that everything is kind of forgiven. But now what people are seeing is pro players and everyone, casual players alike.
Oh, everyone agrees with Phil that there's problems with the game now.
There's a lot of issues. There's
a lot
of balancing problems.
Balancing problems, yeah. All these top tiers, just like you said, right, Phil?
And these issues need to be addressed and fixed if you want to have a longevity-style community.
A longevity-style community.
You can't just have the game have these issues at launch and just persist. Everyone's acknowledging these issues exist and they want them fixed. So, even though the game sold a ton, it did slow down a ridiculous amount. Like, it had already sold.
It's slowed down because it's been out for months.
2 million? 1 million?
I know, it just means everyone agrees with Phil that top tiers and there's too many Kens in Master Rank. And all this, everything Phil ever said is correct, and the sales numbers reflect that, dude. Oh, now his mic stopped working. His mic cut out. Yep. Nothing but problems. Yep. Yeah. Go clown mode. T-pose. Mime for us, Phil. Do an interpretive dance. And he's gonna restart the stream. What a disaster. Now, this should have nothing to do with anything else. It's just, this has happened before. His mic has cut out randomly like this before. and he had to restart the stream. This is a thing that happens once in a while.
Goodness.
Oh, it's already back.
Alright, are we good? We're good.
What
We're
is
back.
this face? What is this resting DSP face right now?
Well,
DSP
everyone,
at
welcome
rest.
to the Level 1 Podcast Part 2. If you can believe it, amongst all the other issues that I'm already having technical-wise with my internet, now my microphone malfunctioned, and I had to restart the entire setup, but now it's working. Sorry about that. What I was saying, I was having a news story about Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 has sold 2.47
Oh, now we have to
copies
restart the news story.
of September. Okay? This is good news, because it's exceeded over 1 million extra copies from its predecessor, Street Fighter 5, in the same time frame. That's a good sign. But what I was saying is the honeymoon phase has kind of ended. A lot of players still playing the game are saying that there's things that they feel are issues that they want fixed. For example, a lot of dropped inputs online and other issues.
Oh yeah, everybody agrees with Phil about the dropped inputs.
One of the things is most of those copies, like 2 million, sold within the first month. And then the other 500,000 have sold gradually over the last, like, 3 months.
Like every video game ever in the history of all
Good news, but
time.
also, it is news that, wow, the sales have dramatically slowed down. Will they continue to go, and will this game sell more and more? I think didn't they not say that Street Fighter V, by the end of its life cycle, sold something like 5 million copies, which is pretty nuts. But that was a 7-year run, right?
Yeah, and
So
they
Street Fighter
had
6
like
have
re-releases
that level
for
of
arcade
success
edition
is
and
the
stuff.
question. Now, something else going on, okay? While Capcom was releasing kind of these numbers,
And that's just
Capcom
sales
actually
numbers.
talked
Think of all the
about
DLC sales and
overall
stuff.
what its most successful franchises of all time are. Are you ready for this?
Resident Evil. It's Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil
is the
outsells
top-selling
everything by like
franchise
5
that Capcom
times.
has ever sold. 150 million total copies of
And
Resident
Monster
Evil
Hunter.
over the life of that IP. Second place, Monster Hunter,
See?
which sold 95 million copies. Third place is Street Fighter, with 52 million copies. Fourth place, Mega Man, with 41 million copies. I guess that also includes Rockman, because it's the same franchise.
Wait, what?
Fifth place,
Rockman
Devil May
is
Cry,
Mega
30
Man,
million
retard? What are you talking about?
And coming in sixth place, and this is kind of weird.
I guess that... Do you mean Mega Man X?
Dragon's Dogma, at 7.9 million copies, which is only one game. They only had one and one expansion.
For like,
right?
you know,
That's
like
it.
the Zero games
So,
and all that stuff?
It's kind of weird that
Like,
the
it's all the
sixth
same
most
franchise.
popular franchise that Capcom ever sold was Dragon's Dogma. You know one that throws me for a loop? Where's Dead Rising? So Dead Rising...
Yeah, where is Dead Rising in
among
that?
all of
I
its
guess...
different iterations. There's 4 games. Didn't even sell 7.9
You think Dead Rising would
total
beat
copies. That's
Dragon's
crazy.
Dogma?
I
There's
thought
only
Dead
been
Rising was way more popular.
technically 2 Dragon's Dogma games, but it's really like almost like an
I was
expansion.
wrong.
It's kind of like with Monster
Right?
Hunter, where they release like a
Unless
G-rank
these sales
version.
numbers are misleading, because this is what Capcom reported along with their story about Street Fighter 6.
Oh, so yeah, maybe they aren't talking about Dead Rising because they
Weird,
don't
I
make those
guess.
games anymore.
It is kind of weird.
And they are coming out with Dragon's Dogma 2.
Anyway, last news story for today, and then what we're gonna do is shout outs and just chill and see what happens.
We're just
with
gonna
this
chill,
text board.
guys.
Any of you remember a little game called Disney Dreamlight Valley? Perhaps some of you remember that game, right? It's a game that I played last year. It
Yeah,
was
Princess
actually
game.
free to
You loved
play.
it.
Was it on Game Pass? It was Game Pass, right? A Game Pass game?
Yeah, it's the only
As
reason you
early
played it.
access. So you either had to buy the game early access, or you could get it on Game Pass in a limited version. I played Disney Dreamlight Valley for what, like a month on and off as a chill game. It was a fun sim game. Okay, it was a fun sim game for sure, but it absolutely was limited. It was incomplete, and once you got to a certain level of the game was an insane grind. And what I mean by that is you had to play it every day, doing all like the daily tasks and things.
Yeah, you'd get behind on your
actually
Disney princess quota or something.
Work, essentially.
Like what?
Right?
Oh yeah, it was work. It's a fucking game for little girls,
Nothing,
Phil.
by the way, this is nothing bad. I'm just checking. Here it is.
Checking what, Phil?
Yep.
Phil? Phil, hello? Hello, Brunel?
So anyway,
did you have to stop mid-sentence for that?
No, so anyway, yeah. Disney Dreamlight Valley became an insane grind. You had to play it like every day, and you had to do all the daily tasks. And you had
okay, this isn't really what happened.
You couldn't earn the currency in the game to do anything.
So what actually happened was he stopped playing for a few months, and the season changed. And then there was like a different currency or something. He's like, why doesn't my summer currency work for these Christmas events? Oh my gosh, I have to play the game to earn currency to buy things? This sucks. And now that has morphed into the game was an insane grind.
You gotta sit down, you gotta boot up your console, you gotta play it.
You gotta sit down, get up. You have to eat, walk downstairs, brush your teeth, all these things you have to do.
To me,
just so put upon. Everything's a struggle with this guy.
It could be a mobile game, right?
That should be the name of his memoir, My Struggle.
Well, it's been a freaking year, and I guess they've done content updates and expansion. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, this game will actually launch on December 5th.
It was all early access the whole time. Yeah.
A full-fledged game.
That's your big news story. Princess game is going to be a full release. Yeah.
It's not a free-to-play game like everyone thought it would be. It's not.
Like everyone thought it would be.
They're offering 4 different editions. They're offering standard.
Are you gonna buy the most expensive one?
Gold.
Wait, what was that second one?
Pass. Only one of them is actually getting a physical release. It's called Cozy Edition.
Cozy.
And they're gonna put it on a disc. And what it basically is, it's the base game with a bunch of extra expansion content, including those moonstones you used to buy things. A cottage.
Oh, so that's the expensive one?
It's
sweater, cozy.
Some posters, you know.
Okay.
Some in-game items.
Yeah, it comes
right?
with... Oh, in-game.
The gold edition is essentially that version plus even more extra stuff. Oh,
wow.
And then there's the
Disney really knows how to milk him.
Expansion. It's called A Rift in Time. It's supposed to be another story plus a few new characters added to the game. And the expansion is for people who've already owned the game or had it on Game Pass all along.
But I thought it was free to play.
And now they want to continue to play the game with new content, right? You can still play the old game with all the old content, but you probably did everything by now. So how does it work?
But it's like a live service game, and they're constantly adding stuff, right?
Cozy Edition, which is
I don't know, Phil is just so uninformed about everything.
$50.
We're reading a press release for a fucking Disney princess game right now. This is his news segment.
That's $70. Okay.
Yeah, Phil's got to buy the $100 edition, like with Street Fighter, twice.
There's a Rift in Time, which is just the expansion pass for people who already own the previous game.
Wasn't there a Ratchet and Clank game called The Rift in Time?
So pick your poison.
Or Rift Apart or something?
Game, 50 for the
it was Rift Apart, because that's they're usually puns.
All the content all at once, or 30 if you already
up your arsenal
edition and just want the expansion content. So I'll be honest with all of you. All right, when I first started playing the game, I thought, oh, it's Disney's Animal Crossing, right? Like, that's exactly what it felt like. It felt like Disney's Animal Crossing. So it was entertaining. It was fun for a while. And then what ended up happening, like I said, it became such a grind.
Yeah, we don't fucking care. It's Animal Crossing with Disney princesses for little girls. And Derek gave you a bunch of money, so you kept playing it.
Than anything else. I don't
or Jade or whatever Dent was wailing that game.
That's actually what it felt like after a while. So that's why I dropped it. I played it for about a month, and I was really enjoying it. And I got tired of, this is not.
No, Phil. Again, what actually happened was he quit the game, and then he came back months later, and they had like a new currency because it was a different season, and then he dropped the game.
Can you imagine playing the game over a year?
Like this is an actual retcon.
So here's the thing: if you like Animal Crossing and you like Disney and you want to,
you like Disney princesses,
kind of like that.
Play the princess game.
Story too. Like Animal Crossing really doesn't have a story. It's just build a virtual, island.
In this game, I'm sure this game had a very, very deep, compelling story about putting on dresses with Disney princesses.
Legit story, and it could take upwards of 20+ hours of playing this game to actually unlock all of the story elements. But for me, like, it just doesn't seem very good. I don't think the value is there. I think at one point everyone's gonna hit the wall and be like, "Meh, I don't want to sit here grinding endlessly to play this game." So
yeah, all the 10-year-old girls that are the game's target audience are gonna get really sick of it. Get sick of the grind.
And then you can play what they're considering the actual full game. Okay, All right. So that's DSP news.
Wow, what a news story. So we had sales figures, we had Disney Princess game gets a full release, and what was the other thing? Was it also... Oh, something about Activision firing people. And he's gone. Gotta blow his nose, dude. Oh, that doesn't happen usually. Oh, didn't mute the mic. We hear that nose blow action. Oh shit.
All right, so what's the window for the tech to arrive? Any minute.
Any minute now, guys. Or any time within the next 3 hours.
Noon, or they could be there at 2, or they could be there at any point between those two, and you don't know when they're going to show up. And that's the problem. Like, it really depends on probably what their previous job.
This is like a Seinfeld bit where he complains about how the cable guy could come at any point in the day. Like, this is literally like an ancient comedy bit. What's the deal with Comcast? They tell you they could come at any time in an 8-hour window. I have a life and an adult job.
I just told you. Oh my god. So they didn't give you a time frame. Did I not just say they could show up at 12 or they could show up at 2 or they could show up anytime in between? So what's the time frame? Next
he really hates his audience.
Anyway. Alright. So ladies and gents, let's
Q&A. Does he not have money?
let's do some shout outs, shall we?
Okay, here's the money.
So
here comes the money. Money,
start off
money,
today
money,
with
money, money,
Neanderthal
money,
Thief,
money.
which is a spin-off of what we were doing in Mario the other day.
Shit.
It's funny. They
Yeah,
did
it's
$2 super
funny.
chats. Flush your DNS again. It should work. So here's the thing. The other night we tried everything. 2.5 hours of troubleshooting.
We tried everything, guys.
Refreshing and renewing, flushing.
Let's recap this again.
Nothing got my internet to consistently work at all. All right. What this person is saying is, it's reported that Comcast was having DNS issues back on Wednesday, but you were trying to flush your DNS during the time they were having the issues. They fixed the issue, so if you flush your DNS now it should work.
Okay, you want to try it? No.
Right.
No. Oh yeah, right.
I don't believe that.
Right. I don't believe you.
Yesterday, I unplugged my modem downstairs in the living room for over 3 hours.
Okay, that was still Wednesday, and if they were having DNS issues, then that would be in that period of time still. Hello? Hello, Phil?
Still can't do anything, on that modem. So I don't think that it's as simple as what you think.
Of course.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
Phil has a very unique problem. He is a special individual.
Like, I'm serious. I didn't even know about it until Wednesday. Now I kind of understand it. So it is what it is. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I don't think that flushing and redoing and this stuff is gonna fix anything, honestly.
Of course not. Of course.
Plus I don't want to mess with that when I'm online now and I'm doing my show. I don't want to mess with settings in the middle of a stream. You know what I mean?
I did get this guy.
Right now I have my laptop working with this 4G backup device, so I'm just gonna keep it going. All right.
Oh, that's how he has the laptop working.
Super chat says, did you go to the Comcast business website to check your service status? No, absolutely not. I totally didn't log into the site. I totally didn't call them.
Is he being sarcastic right now?
I totally don't have a tech coming out.
Okay.
Arrow Hero did a super chat. He says, Alan.
God, he really hates his audience.
Actually,
and he loves singing terribly. Okay. Oh my God! Stop! 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 Oh, okay, and he's done. Okay, he stopped. Right when I muted him, he decides to stop. Fuck you, Phil.
There you go.
I know I did that Here Comes the Money song a little bit, but
I'm dying to play it.
I don't do it constantly like Phil does.
But again, there's no point in starting the game.
I don't think I have a good voice. I know my voice isn't bad, or is bad. Phil thinks he's like a great singer.
What's the point of playing for 20 minutes to be interrupted? Fuck it.
Yeah, say that again. Blue balls. Say blue balls again.
Parasolo, re-upped their membership for 29 months and says, crossing my fingers, your internet gets fixed. Thank you to Parasolo. Genesis Gaming re-upped their membership for 20 months and says, 20 months, everyone sing along.
Oh my fucking God, no. Jesus Christ.
Nobles. The super chat and says this is a true horror story.
Pure cringe.
So here's
Like
the thing,
the cringe wave's coming off this guy, man.
It's stress. And
oh yeah,
frankly,
he's so stressed out.
You know, I got enough stress in my life. It's like we've been talking about.
Yeah, his stressful life where he
Phil,
works from home playing video games.
Do you like pranks? Do you like watching prank videos?
Like he doesn't have like things that stress people out, like family, like having kids, you know, that can be stressful. You have like a commute, you have to drive to work, and there's traffic, or there's rush hour traffic, that can be stressful, you know. You have like coworkers, maybe your boss is a jerk, you know. You've got like hourly quotas or shit you have to do. Certain times of the year are more busy than others and things. You have like crunch and stuff like that can be stressful. He has none of that. Oh yeah, it's so stressful though. He's such a victim.
Are incredibly stressful.
God, this fucking guy.
You guys don't know about.
Incredible.
And they have affected me in a big way this year.
Lives in a fucking bubble.
And, you know, it takes a lot out of you to have things going on in your life that are stressful and behind the scenes, and you can't even talk to your audience about it, right? I can't. Because I just told you guys, as much as I would like to share with you stuff about my life, I can't. Because of this element of these scumbags who do awful things to harass me.
Yeah, so you just have to imagine that all these terrible things are happening to him. Because they totally are. He just can't tell you about them.
The last thing that I need on top of the stress I have is to cause myself more artificial stress, right?
More artificial stress.
That's why I just don't like this.
In addition to the real stress that he's constantly being caused all the time.
I'm gonna go on a roller coaster. No, I'm not. I'm
what?
Not in any way, shape, or form. I'm not gonna go skydiving. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do anything to cause myself scares or stress. I've had enough. I'm at my wit's end.
He could have a heart attack.
What I need is relaxation. I would need to have a nice day off where I can just fucking sit back and relax. You want to know what day that is? For me,
never for him. It's never.
The relaxing day of the year for me, Phil Burnell, is Christmas Day.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Christmas.
Christmas.
On Christmas Day, I don't put out any content.
Yeah, you do. You stream on. He streams on Christmas Day.
To do errands.
He's done that before, I swear.
I can literally just stay home and relax with my family.
My family.
Cat makes a really nice dinner for us.
You mean the one that your parents order and have shipped to you through QVC?
Presents and watching stuff together and just, you know, sometimes drinking.
Sometimes drinking.
It's a nice day. It's
by the way, just sometimes.
It's Christmas Day. It's the only day a year that I can do that. I'm not kidding you. Every day I am either working by streaming, uploading, recording, or I have responsibilities of things I need to do on my day off, which is just a day off from streaming. It's not a day off from life or work. It's just a day off from streaming. I don't have a single day where it's just, today's my day to relax and unplug. I don't have an unplug day. It doesn't exist. You know,
massive victim segment.
Where I go, every direction I turn, that's my life. Right? So, yeah.
You done?
That's why I like Christmas.
You done, Phil?
And that's why I stay off of stressful things. I don't want anything to do with that shit, you know. So is this
he loves his job, though. It's the most stressful thing ever. Every day he has to stream is full of stress. The only day he likes is Christmas because he doesn't have to stream, apparently. Even though I swear he has on Christmas Day before. But he also loves his job, and he wouldn't change it for the world. It's the best job he's ever had, most stable ever.
It's very, very frustrating that it's affecting us on a day. This is one of the biggest. This would have been one of the biggest release days of the year for me.
Really, Phil?
I don't like 13 years in the making, an actual.
Every new release is like the biggest thing ever.
Including me, and the reviewers are saying it's ridiculously good. Wow. You want to talk about a home run, hit it on all cylinders, get excited, and now I can't even tell you today when we're playing it.
I mean, you could play it. You could. You just something blue balls.
Okay. Some tips. I got a $1 tip from someone saying before you watch a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, you should read the IGN review and see what you think. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. All I've heard. All right.
It's PG-13. Apparently, that's a bad thing.
Is that it's not good. Essentially, from what I'm to understand, the movie, which they're trying to set up to be a horror movie.
Yep, here it comes.
Isn't scary at all.
Oh, it's not scary.
It's a bunch of weird lore.
Weird lore.
Which I guess, if you're a fan of the Five Nights games, I guess the fan base are really all about the lore. Like, this is what they're into when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's. The lore of the animatronics and how they're haunted.
Yeah, it's very autistic.
Like that.
I don't really know anything about it, but it's for like little kids and autistic people.
But the movie itself apparently has 0 blood. It has no actual real like scary scenes. Whatever what I'm supposed to say, you know. Could it be that this is a movie 100% for those who are just hardcore fans of the series and it won't appeal to anyone else? Is it a thing that there's just, you know what I mean? Like if you play the original Five Nights at Freddy's, there's no gore in that either. It's just jump scare, and I hate it. I'll just be honest.
It's not a horror movie unless there's gore. Okay, Phil.
In any way, it's really bad.
And Phil's the kind of guy that would be like, I like psychological horror. I don't like these, like, you know, where they're just jump scares and you know, people with axes and machetes killing people. Anyway. I don't like that kind of stuff. I like the mature psychological horror. But then Midsummer, he hates that.
I got
walking
a
contradiction
tip from an anonymous tipper saying now that the first volume of the Master Collection is out, how about a re-redemption run of the Metal Gear Solid game?
Yeah, he's not going to do this. He's said this a million times. Yeah, it's not a true remaster remake because it's just the same release. It's the same resolution or whatever. I don't know.
So there's absolutely no reason to replay the third one when a new version will be out probably next year. It looks like, right? Maybe.
I mean, they're going to be different, very different games, Phil.
Because one, I haven't played in ages. We played 2 a few years ago, if you remember correctly.
If you remember correctly.
And then we actually watched, and I reacted to the original This Is How You Don't Play as well. So, my nose is itching me today. It's bothering me. So yeah, we've had, basically, a lot of Metal Gear stuff, in the last few years or several years. But the one I haven't played in the longest is Metal Gear Solid 1. That's a PS1 version, and I've only played it, once, I think? I want to say I only played it once. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I only played it once. So to play it again today would be interesting, but this collection, it's not an upgrade. There's no visual upgrades, no control upgrades, nothing. It's literally just, Metal Gear Solid 1, PS1 version plays on your PS5. That's it. So, would I consider it? Yes, for downtime. When will the next downtime be? I literally have no idea. I have no clue when we will have downtime again. First of all, let's get the internet up and running. That's number one. But number two, you know, with all the
well, you have downtime right now. This is a downtime day. You've made it into a downtime day.
All this stuff, right? So, it's a consideration, but it's not a focus. Let's put it that way. Okay? All right, so far today, that's all I've got. All right? If you guys contribute, I will shout it out. Understand, guys, that once the tech shows up, then this stream is going to go down probably for a while. It's probably not going to be a quick fix situation. It's probably
last chance to give me money.
Me and the tech are sitting here and we are troubleshooting and we're doing all this stuff. So let's see what happens. But that's the stream. So if you contribute, thank you in advance.
That's the stream.
Outside of that, this is the portion of the podcast.
Q&A.
Kill some time, and if you guys have questions,
extended Q&A.
Please tag me in the chat. Fair enough. Comment Frenzy says if you're sharing the same lines with residential customers, what's the advantage of having business class lines?
Good question.
You get back Comcast by negotiating a different plan.
Good question.
First of all, am I using the exact same internet lines as everyone else? Yes. So does everyone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah?
I don't think you understand internet if you're asking.
I don't think you understand internet.
Your local store, your retail store. You think they magically have a special internet line that goes to...
Well, you seem to think you have a magic special internet line, Phil.
Okay. The difference between a business account and a standard account is usually twofold. The speed and limits. Most residential customers have locked speeds at very low speeds, and they have limits on how much they can use. They actually have data caps. All right. Once they use data up to a certain point, they will
explain data caps.
What's the word?
Throttle.
Basically, they get a limit to the speed they can get. So they'll get a speed, and then when they use like a certain amount of gigs of streaming, oops, now you get slower. I forget what it's called. Tethered? Is it speed tethering? Is that the term for it now?
Speed tethering?
Throttling. That's the
yeah, there you go. Thanks, chat.
That's correct.
Valedictorian.
So if you're a standard residential customer, You have speed limits and speed throttles, okay? But that's why you pay what you pay. You're only paying a certain amount a month for that internet. Now, for me,
I pay much more.
Business plan, all right?
This is not what he said in the past, by the way. Before he has said that the only thing he gets is he gets like instant like text.
Oh hey,
like if he has a problem, they'll come right out and fix it. You know, that's what he touted before.
All right, it's.
But now he's changing his story.
I can do as much as I need to because my business. It's unlimited.
Now it's all about the limit.
Much faster than
and the speed, which is probably
it's
not.
Not the fastest available. There is actually a level above what I'm using, but I don't need that. Like for the speeds that I have are actually good enough or more than good enough for everything that I need to do here on, you know, for my streaming and my upload. You know, maybe one day if I want to upgrade my quality even further. Right now I am broadcasting at around 13,000 kilobits per second, but
big number, good.
Upgrade that. Maybe one day I want to
drug like big number
4K, which would be wild because man, that's an upgrade. Then I would probably want to upgrade to the next tier. And actually, interestingly enough, through my discussion with techs that I've had from Comcast this year, who've come out here for various reasons, apparently in the next 2 years, Comcast is looking to upgrade their service to actually be better. And when that happens, all business customers will obviously be offered, would you like the better service? Now, the question is, if they do roll this out, what's the speed? Because basically, a lot of people ask me, what about fiber, or not fiber optic, what is it? The
yes, fiber optic.
Like special universities and things like that. I forget what it's called.
Like a T1?
So, that, whatever that internet is, because I'm sure someone's going to say it in the chat, it's the best level, like an internet you can get, right? But I can't remember exactly what it's called. They have that, like, in downtown Seattle and around their university and stuff like that, you can get that internet. Google Fiber, exactly. Like basically,
he said it wasn't fiber before.
You can get it, but no one around here is getting it, and here's why: because it costs money
and here's why.
to lay out the infrastructure for it. So they're only going to put it in places where they absolutely need it, right? So they're going to put it at a university, they're going to put it at a hospital, they're going to put it at a place where they get tremendous amounts of data that they need to be doing in a short period of time.
They need to be
but
doing.
It's never going to come here to my residential area.
But the Comcast tech told you that they would.
It's so ginormous that what would happen is they'd say, "Oh, well, we'll offer it, but because it costs us so much money to roll out the infrastructure, it's $500 a month." And no one's going to pay that. You know.
I mean,
so,
you probably pay $500 a month between your two lines, right, Phil?
Like that, okay. But anyway, so technically, am I on the same line as everyone else around me that's on the residential internet? Yes. But I don't even have the same service. I'm Comcast Business. Everyone else around here is called Xfinity. I can't even go to like Xfinity.com and access my stuff. I'm on a completely different website, a completely different account. Everything's different. Everything's
completely different and special and unique.
Different hardware. I have completely different modems than anyone else on the residential plans. They get one level of modem.
You know how special he is?
Entirely. All right. So, you know, that's the difference. More speed and unlimited data, meaning no throttling and no issues where I hit a limit and they're gonna complain to me that you use too much data or anything like that. That's the change. There you go.
No mention of the uptime thing.
Fan of Lovecraft, I know Juan spams this chat every day. He comes in and he says the same stuff, and we tell him, and he still does it. The timeout is fine. Don't ban him, but time him out if he keeps doing it. I don't know why he doesn't listen. I should be a priority if I pay more. I am. I told you. They were going to send someone out here yesterday.
Oh, now he's talking about it.
Under the premise that I was going to be home, and I told him I'm not home. Yesterday was my day off. I had to go out.
You had to.
Everything I had to do.
Absolutely had to.
I couldn't be home for them to send someone right away. They were going to have someone, so they said, okay, well, since, you're not going to be home, we're going to have them come out tomorrow afternoon instead, and that's what's going on right now. I'm just waiting for them to show up whenever, and it really is, again, it's going to depend on what their previous appointment was, right? That's going to determine when they can show up. So we very well could go to my normal time here. Usually we go till around like 12:45, and I take a break, and we'll start gameplay at 1. But this tech might not be here till 2 p.m. And there's nothing I can do about that.
Nothing he can do.
What's the point of starting up if this guy's just going to show
Blue balls.
up? Let's see what happens. All right? Okay. Thank you, Flip the Tree says, just got here, hope everything resolves quickly. Me too, thank you, I appreciate the sentiment. My nose will not stop itching today, if you're wondering what I'm doing. I don't know why, my whole nose is itchy. So, it's gotta be a million things going on at once here. My nose is itching me like crazy. Have I seen the new RoboCop game and will I play it? Oh, we saw it.
That's a solid maybe.
The React show last week, and it really doesn't look special to me. It's just basically RoboCop themed FPS, and it looks like it's very slow moving, which makes sense because RoboCop is slow. But I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying it doesn't look particularly.
It's slow moving. It doesn't look special, but it's not bad.
If people wanted it, I don't know. Thank you all. A lot of people are saying we hope that you get this resolved. I appreciate that.
Deadest chat in the galaxy.
Oh, Felix the Maid says, would you be open for us buying you a free day? Like once in a while someone would tip a certain amount and you could have, you could just relax with your wife for the day. Here's the thing, okay?
Here's the thing.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
You know, we were in the distinct idea that that's what was going to happen.
What? Oh, and he's gone. Closing the windows, I guess.
I heard a truck outside. I was like, could that possibly be them? They didn't call me, but no.
No, just paranoid.
Okay.
It's like a dog. Every time a car drives by, he gets up, like looks up.
No matter what, not working puts me behind. You understand? Like.
You understand?
How can I explain this?
How can I explain this to a peon like you, who probably doesn't even have a job, or a mature adult life like me? Read.
As you guys know, I have a certain work ethic. I stream a lot. Right? I'm here consistently. Correct?
Oh,
a lot of
Phil.
people tell me.
Oh, you kill me,
I'm
Phil.
one of the more, or one of the most.
Oh yes, the most prolific ever.
They're off. That I have a set schedule. You know what I'm doing.
Turned into an ego segment. Nice ego stroke.
They'll turn their stream on. You don't even know what they're doing today.
Yeah, all those other streamers. Those guys suck. How are they so popular? I don't get it.
They don't take it seriously or act like professionals.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're unprofessional.
Right? Yet, here they are, ginormous popular people with millions of viewers and stuff, right? Pretty crazy.
Yeah, they don't even burp directly to the microphone.
The day that
so,
I started streaming, I treated it like
so unprofessional, you know?
my job. Because that's exactly what it is, right? Like, I treated it seriously. And because of that, there's been a certain level of expectancy from me, like people expecting certain things of me, that I'm going to play a certain amount of gameplay, I'm going to have a certain amount of content, I'm going to be here a certain amount of time.
You set up those expectations really with your daily, multiple times a day schedule segments. Like, you're the one setting the expectations, Phil.
Right? I have. I mean, there was a time I didn't even have a whole day off. Were you aware of that?
Are you aware?
I only had half a day off a week. So I would stream 7 days, and one day I would stream one.
It's all condescending. Did you know that? Are you aware of that?
How crazy was that?
Moments he does are some of the worst shit.
When Kat moved in with me in 2018, we made a commitment. All right, we made a commitment that we were gonna have, no matter what, one day together a week, because that was more important than whatever more benefit I would get from working 7 days a week. You see?
You see?
So that's why we have the one day away as it is.
Now,
if we were to have a situation where someone say, hey, I would like to donate a certain amount of...
A certain amount. How much would it be, Phil? What's your buyout number?
Whatever it may be.
$500?
Okay. And that would allow you to have an extra day off this week, right? Here's the thing. If that were exactly what happened, then yes, all right? But typically, in a situation like that, here's what happens, right? So, all right, so I get a big contribution, and I decide, well, because of that, now I'm going to work less. What ends up happening is, you know, now I work less, now I'm behind. Now because I'm behind, people are upset. Now because people are upset, they don't contribute. You get it? It kind of is cyclical. It's like, you have a level of expectation of what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it, and if I don't live up to it, then people get disappointed, and disappointed people don't tend to have a good time and don't tend to support that person.
They don't give me money.
Who they're watching. You see what I mean? So, if the whole idea was, I'm going to tip Phil a big tip today, and I'm hoping that this tip is going to allow him to not have to work an extra day this week. And so this happens, and I plan it out ahead of time, and we're all of the agreement that this is what it is. And everyone says, yes, this is so you can have an extra day off this week, you deserve it. And everyone's okay with it, then yes, that could happen. But that would have to be something that actually has planning, that we all talk about, we plan, we agree to.
This is so obnoxious.
No disappointment, all right? Because typically, here's what I found.
You just said this. Why are you looping?
Where you get a day where there's great support. What ends up happening is, then people look at that situation, because let's be honest here, I don't have...
Let's be honest, I'm supported by whales. I mean...
...base and a hater base, right? There's people who hate watch me and literally track every dollar that I make on a stream. As messed up as that
But they're all lying about how much you make, right, Phil?
So, if I have a day where, oh my god, Phil did really well today. I'm going to throw a number out there. Phil made $500 today, and he typically doesn't do that. You know, in a given day, he would never make that much. It's just a random thing. $500 on stream today. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
What ends up happening is, those scumbags will make a series of videos about it. They'll put it everywhere. See, Phil made $500 today. He doesn't need your support because he's rolling in it right now.
Well, you are, though.
So what ends up happening is...
And then you blow it all WWE champions. And then he needs money the next day. It's like if you have a sandwich shop.
Support's way low. Now, what happened? That'll be the same as saying you own a sandwich shop.
Ah, he did it! He did it! He did the sandwich shop!
Customers, and they all come in and buy your sandwiches. Wow, it's so good. The rest of them, no one comes to your shop.
This fucking guy. He's so predictable.
Right? I don't know. That's what
happens. Oh, it's like you have a fucking sandwich shop.
I'll run a marathon.
Oh my god.
Will go really well, and a lot of people
get some new analogies, Phil.
All of a sudden, the whole rest of the week is slow for support, which is no good. The whole idea is consistency, right? That I come and I told you my philosophy. Here's my philosophy. If I turn on the stream
and I'm having fun, you guys are giving me money.
Right? I'm loyal to you guys.
Loyal.
Truthful statements about the games I'm playing.
And he demands loyalty from his pay pigs.
On that stream, if I'm having a good time, whether it's enjoying a game because I really like it, or just not enjoying it at all because I hate it, but as long as I'm portraying that fairly. I'm not shilling, I'm not lying, I'm not over-exaggerating, but instead, I'm giving you a truthful representation of what I feel about the game that's on that stream that day, correct? So as long as I'm doing that, alright, then you guys will enjoy the content. You, in turn, will engage with said content.
Said content.
You will enjoy said content.
Oh shit,
say,
he didn't die.
I like that content, and I want that content to continue. So I am going to, out of the goodness of my own heart,
there you go.
I am going to support that content. Whether it would be by watching, by liking, by you leaving comments, a super chat, a super sticker, a super thanks, a membership, a gifted membership, a tip. No matter what it is, that's all the ways that you support my content and keep me going, correct? So, with that being said, that's my philosophy,
that being said,
right? So, if I'm putting out the same content, and it's genuine fun content, and it's useful and educational, and people find value in it,
educational,
then arguably, what you would think would happen is that every single day, I would have
what's the education value of his streams? Like honestly, like unless he's playing Street Fighter 6, or not even Street Fighter 6, unless he's playing Super Turbo, and he's like, yeah, this is like back you know, when this character fights this character, there's a one frame link, or you know, whatever obscure ancient Street Fighter knowledge he has.
You know, I have a really good day.
Like that's the only time he has ever been educational. And I bet he's wrong half the time about it too.
Why? Oh, because your haters made a bunch of videos saying you made $500 today, so now everyone's like, haha, he doesn't need anything, so you know, now no one came by and supported your stream today, or everyone
so Phil thinks that the people giving him money are also watching detractor videos.
What are you talking about?
Is that what he's...
I don't even know that.
Is that what he's saying?
I don't watch that junk. I'm here on my stream putting out my content. That's all I know.
Phil doesn't
I
watch
don't
that junk,
watch
but he knows
any
all
other
about
shit
it.
around me on the periphery. I only know about it when people come to me.
Oh, people come
and
to
talk
me,
to me
read,
about it.
and tell
That's
me
the only time I know. You guys tell me in the chat, or I'll get an email about it. I will never know about their
an
junk
email.
unless you guys distinctly tell me what's going on with that junk. Okay? So, to me,
Read.
it sucks because I would love, abso-freaking-lutely, to say, man, if I have a really good day this week, that means I could take a day off, right? But a lot of the times,
It's never gonna happen.
I'll have the good day, but then that good day is completely negated by a week after that's slow. So the good day essentially made up for the slowness, and I'm just back to where I normally am. Do you see what I'm saying? I know this is a really long-winded answer.
All your answers are long-winded. You are the long-winded answer guy.
Always factors that I can control. Me, what can I control? Right here, what's on this stream and the content I put out on the stream. That's it. That's the one factor. I don't control YouTube. I don't control my own internet, as you can see with this Comcast issue. I don't control what people say and do about me. I don't control the hater content around there, the drama that people create artificially on the internet.
Artificially.
That I don't make. I don't have anything to do with any of it. All I can do is control this right here and do my best with what's on my own content stream. You see? And that's my focus. But that's what sucks is that's not all that affects me. And he's still going. This is all I can control. This is not all that affects me. There's all this white noise bullshit on the outside of this stream that I can't control my internet. I can't control how YouTube works. I can't control what haters say. I can't.
He can't control the weather.
If people would tune out the bullshit, if they would just listen to me and say, listen.
Just listen to me and no one else. Not a cult, by the way.
You come here, you watch the stream, you talk with me, you enjoy, and you move on with your day, and that's it. You unplug. When this stream is unplugged, the on-demand video is done.
Just ignore all outside influences. Only listen to Phil.
And you will enjoy this a lot more. There's so many people that fall down that rabbit hole of bullshit.
Yes, they fall down the trap.
All the trash that people say about me and everyone else around me, and they get sucked into that toilet. It's what it is. It's
sucked into the toilet. When you get
sucked into the toilet, it's hard to get yourself out because it's flushing. You're getting pulled down. You know what I'm saying? And there's really nothing I can do. You might watch my content, all right? And then all of a sudden, 5 related videos show up that are all negative, right? You could literally be watching my marathon stream, and a marathon stream I do well, people, support. And then it goes offline, and here's a detractor video. Phil makes this much money in his stream. He's an e-beggar, blah, blah, blah. What?
Well, you are.
I just watched the stream. The stream was good. The stream was entertaining and fun.
But it wasn't.
That's a positive.
And some whale gave you like $1,000 to do shots.
Bombarded with that negative shit. And it's ridiculous that you do. But that's how YouTube works, right?
You done, Phil?
So I get it. That's kind of the nature of the
he's still filibustering.
At the same time, it sucks because, like you just suggested, what if
this is all on a Phil? Can we give you money to take more days off because you're really stressed out?
Able to just take that day off. It would have to be a planned thing, right? Like,
God, yeah, he's still going. It's still the same. It's still the same answer.
Take a day off next week, an extra day off, or something like that. But then I literally have to have a week where every other day is a normal day, and I'm making a good amount of support and everything every day. It can't be. I have the one good day, but then I have 4 slow days.
The sandwich shop.
I can't take the day off. Do you see?
Do you see? Do you understand?
That's how it works, right?
I got left kick.
That's the situation of being a content creator of my level.
My level.
Content creators that are bigger than me, or content creators that are seen in a much more favorable, positive light.
Because they're much more favorable, positive people?
I don't get. They get opportunities for sponsorships, partnerships.
But Phil, you get opportunities for sponsorships. You just turn them all down, right?
And those people don't have to work as much.
When you want to change that story, which has changed constantly depending on the image you want to portray.
Work trips and things like that. I can't do that. I can't. Those days are over. Those days were over 10 years ago. Right? And there's nothing I can do about that. I can't make time rewind. I can't make 10 years of slander go away.
10 years of slander.
Positively, right? All those people who get that flexibility are not me because they're not me. Get it?
Get it?
That's why they have.
Do you understand?
They want to do that amount of.
God, he's so condescending.
They do.
Get it? I can't literally turn back time. Get it?
And make the content I do in order to make ends meet.
What Phil's doing in his chat right now. Laying down the
that's
law,
just my
spanking him.
reality. You know, and my wife and I have come to terms with that, although we want it to get better. We want to have 2 days off a week, because ideally, 1 day off should be the day where I run errands, grocery shopping, and appointments and all of that. And we should have another day off that we get to spend together as a family. That we can
As a
go out
family.
Go on a nice long date day.
A date day.
We want to do stuff in the house today.
Where you gonna go, Phil? We're gonna go on your date. You gonna take her out to eat again?
It took us years to clean out our
Go out to eat 2 days a week instead of just one? Get DoorDash?
Where I need like one more big
Your life revolves around eating food with your fat wife. You have no other hobbies or interests.
It's been sitting there, right, for years and years and years, and we just don't have time to do anything with it. You know, I've got broken down rooms. I got a whole bathroom that doesn't work. I don't have time to do.
Is that relaxing? Fixing your broken toilet
I'm here 6 days.
or your broken shower? Would that be like a relaxing day use of your day off?
I should say this, that they are moving in the right direction. They are, and if things change in this country, in the economy, you know, if
the economy,
and if these last few years there wasn't record high inflation and interest rates going up, I might have been in an even much.
Phil, you make 6 fucking figures. Shut the fuck up. You literally are the 1%.
Things that have happened that are again things outside of the realm of my control. This is what I can control. What you see, I can't control the United States of America. And
it's the United States of Phil. He is the supreme being.
And trolls and how YouTube works. That's the shit I can't control. All I can control is right here. Okay, and that's what I focus on and try to do my best with. So, you know, I absolutely would love to have
more money.
Day off a week. But even if someone were to step up and say, "Hey, here's a big contribution. Take Friday off," I couldn't.
What's your number, Phil? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know your number. Is it $400? Like both $200 goals met?
That's really.
Is it 500? 600? What's your number, Phil?
I received a $50 tip.
Here comes the whales. Play the whale march.
From 1 Minute Man.
1 Minute Man's extra whaling today. 1 Minute Man heard the call. He heard the call. He saw the whale signal.
The modem has nothing wrong with it. It seems to be functional. It just is having these issues with connectivity or whatever it may be. And I guess the question is, what is the solution? I don't know.
Yeah, we know you don't know. You talked about it for literally 20 minutes already.
And try to get to the bottom of the situation. I said 20.
It's a mystery.
You did 50 today. Thank you, 1 minute.
Yeah, he reflexively types 20. Because this guy gives him $20 literally every day of his life.
You're right. Maybe a modem
6 days a week
would fix the problem. But would it prevent the problem from reoccurring when you don't know what the root cause was?
He gave 30 the other day too, actually.
That's a whole other issue.
What was up with that? That's a little odd.
That this tech is done today, but then what happens if in 2 days the whole thing just happens again? Right? That's what we got to figure out.
And this is the real paranoia when he's like, what if it happens again? It could happen anytime. I'm going to be stressed out for the rest of my life because at any moment my internet could go down and my business is at risk.
Okay.
Die already.
No, I did not play Mario Party 3 on the Switch during my day off. No.
Thanks, Dent. Did you die already? There we go.
Right. Felix the Maid, I hope he appreciated my answer, by the way, Felix the Maid, because that was a very lengthy answer for Felix the Maid there about the whole extra day off thing and everything.
Well, he's literally just filling time,
That's what sucks is to not have control over everything in the environment that can affect you. You know? I can only affect a certain amount of things. I can only control a certain amount of things. I wish that I could say, yes, if this happens, then I can do this.
Yes, I wish I had control over the entire universe, but unfortunately I don't.
For disaster. Because what if I said, okay, if I raise this much on today's marathon special, I can
marathon special,
week, and I raise it, and then the entire rest of the week is day. I've already promised you guys I'm taking the day off. I can't be here, and now I'm shooting myself in the foot. You see? Anyway.
You understand? You see? And what chat message is going to allow him to go on one of his pre-planned filibuster rants now?
Someone tipped $1 and says CenturyLink fiber can do a gig up down And Comcast Business is a farce.
And here's why that won't work.
Comcast Business is a farce. That's interesting. I could look into it.
I could look into it.
Here,
Okay.
CenturyLink was not an option. Like CenturyLink wasn't available in my area.
When you moved here over 10 years ago, things were one way, and now they may be different, but they're probably not. I'll look into it.
You could get satellite internet with a dish, and that was also very slow.
Okay, this isn't that. This is different. Oh, he's almost he's almost positive. Yes. I've done no research on this. I know nothing about it, but I'm almost positive that I'm right.
You know. Okay, This idiot actually is going to read it.
Oh yeah, what an idiot.
Alright.
Hee. These idiots.
Alright, well guys,
you already did a well guys. We're already in the well guys segment. We've been in the well guys segment.
It is 12:37, and so far,
and you're watching
updates.
Perspectives.
Okay, no updates about any of this. Alright, no calls, nothing. So,
oh, Disco.
With that being said, I think what we should do is let's end the podcast first of all.
We're ending the podcast. Oh yeah, he's got to take an extended bathroom break.
So I think what I should do is let's end the show.
He wants to take his
a brief break,
15-minute break.
A few minutes, just for me to go use
his
the bathroom.
union scheduled
then
break.
We'll come back and we'll hang out for a bit. I don't want to start Alan Wake yet.
Yeah, we know, Phil. You've said this 5 times already. We know. Blue balls.
Take a brief break.
A brief break.
I'll use the bathroom. I'll come
we don't
back,
get blue balls.
Just hang out for a bit and see what happens. Okay.
Big blue blanket.
I absolutely would like to thank you all for understanding. All right, this is not.
Oh shit! He's gonna do the jump scare sound.
I know you guys want the new content. I want to give you the new content. I'll
give it away though. So I'll just mute before he does it.
It's killing me that I can't just boot that game up and play it because of what's going on. But I promise you.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Any day now, Phil. He's stalling while trying to find the button. There it is. Can't just make like a hotkey. Way too inept for that. Okay, take it down. We know. You've done it every day this entire month. Okay.
Folks, like I said. Hold on.
Oh, what's this?
Let's take a brief break.
Oh,
It'll
no,
be a few
never
minutes
mind.
while I use the bathroom. And then when we come back from that break, we're just going to hang out. We're going to have a hangout session here where we just kind of talk and, you know, kill some time until the tech shows up. If you guys want to talk about games, we can. If you want to talk about other topics, we can. Whatever you guys want, I'm down for. I was like, why is this not fitting? Oh, because it's not centered. But, like I said, there is literally no point.
Yes, Phil, for the 7th time. We know, you've said this.
Alright, so just give me a few minutes. I'll be back after those few minutes with some chill time. See you then.
What's up, everyone? We're gonna try
out music.
What the hell is this music?
I agree. Okay, well, that was certainly a pre-stream. Went exactly as I expected. Phil complained for a very, very, very long time. He took a very long time to tell his story of woe. He didn't try any troubleshooting steps suggested by his chat. He shot everything down and did a Q&A. Didn't get very much money, but surely he's expecting lots of money. Well, he got an extra big tip from 1 Minute Man, which was a little unusual. But again, 1 Minute Man gave him $30. I think it was Tuesday or something. It was really weird. Just out of nowhere, he gave him extra money. So I don't know what the deal is with that. That might be related. There might be something going on with that. I know there's been speculation on, is 1 Minute Man real and all that stuff. I think he's real, but I think the twist is that I think 1 Minute Man actually gives Phil like a lump sum of money. Like he gives him like $1,000 a month or something like that. And Phil just doles it out in these $20 increments, so that every single day the leaderboard doesn't say 0. You know what I mean? That's what my theory is. Basically, the hobo shaking a tin cup theory, you know, of like you don't want to make it look empty. You know what I mean? So it's something like that, I think, is what's actually happening with the 1 Minute Man tips. Also, by the way, if anybody watched my This Is How You Don't Play of God Hand, Bill was stuck on this devil challenge for like half an hour or something. It's absolutely insane how long he was stuck on this. He was, of course, locked to level 1 difficulty the entire time. Shit, now I die. But, locked to level 1 difficulty the entire time. Hadn't bought any moves. He was just totally phoning it in. But, then I show myself up by dying. But, usually I could beat these first few levels, only dying like maybe once or twice. If I can use save states and get it, you know, without any deaths. Usually don't have to saves come too bad or anything like that. But you know, there's a couple hard parts like the triple boss fight against the I forget what they have a name. I think it's like the it's something in Spanish. Because it's Conchitas or something like that. I think it is. The two guys that cut off your arm at the beginning of the game, or in the flashback, and the whip lady when they fight you. That's a hard part. It's especially hard when they fight you 2 at a time in a later level. Big guy. Oh shit. It's all good. Kill her real quick. You suplex. Same director as Resident Evil 4, Shinji Mikami, so he likes his suplexes. Get out of here. Yeah, so looking forward to a very annoying, boring, slow stream of extended Q&A while Phil periodically checks his phone and scowls and complains about Comcast. So that'll be fun. Lots of fun. So much endless fun. The DSP distractor sphere. You're not Alexander. Ah crap, I wanted to grab a break there. Hey, I saw the block coming. I predicted him. My move didn't come out, dude. Fucking Cannon Brothers made that input drop. I think I have everything bought already. Just swimming in all this dough. It's burning a hole in my pocket, but there's nothing to spend it on. Knock you down. And we wait in this corner here for him to come up, and we'll knock him down again. Like so. Nice. Oh shit. Thought I... Rubble. Oh, he's back. He's muted again. Oh, I have him muted.
Fair enough. Yes, hello, Juan. I see. Now, listen.
This guy.
It's just simple. Everyone, please stop spamming. All right? I see that there are people who regularly spam this chat. All right? No one should be spamming this chat. No one.
He's fucking triggered.
No matter if your name is Juan, if your name is Derek, if your name is Willow, who got banned because it was a sock account or whatever, you shouldn't be banning the chat or spamming the chat.
I don't even see this guy.
All right? So, stop.
Or if you're like a fake woman like Sarah here.
And they get away with it, and it's not, you know, I've been very lenient. Let's put it that way. I've been very, very lenient with people recently, over the last many months. But then there's people who literally come in here every day and they spam. And I'm kind of nice about it, but people complain. They're like, dude, I don't want to see the same person spamming the chat every day, all day. Please don't spam.
Yeah, I don't see this guy he's talking about.
To the point where I'm going to talk with the audience or whatever, and I say, hey,
like you're doing right now.
Let's have some open Q&A, or let's.
Is it this guy?
You know, but
Juan?
Please, not constant. We can't have that.
I blocked Juan. He's so annoying.
Bothered by that, and we're trying to make the chat a place to hang out and enjoy the content. You can't if you got people spamming.
I don't even see. He said hi at DSP Gaming.
So, the tech will be here within a half an hour.
Like he said one thing.
They could be here any
That's
minute,
spamming now.
It said, you know,
yeah, he just says hi at DSP Gaming like once in a while. And that's enough to trigger this rant.
Want to talk about? In the meantime,
loves his
I'm not
audience.
even gonna record. There's no point because at any moment I'm gonna be.
Yeah, he's not even gonna upload this. At any moment,
like
the Comcast guy could call.
For those watching live, what do you guys want to talk about?
Snort.
Oh,
snort.
I know. I'm excited for Alan Wake 2 as well. No Sleep Real Vibes. It sucks we can't play it right now.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm completely impossible for me to play this video game. There's no point.
I'm limited because of this internet issue.
Limited.
So we'll see.
Ahem.
See, Comet Frenzy says, I wish that DNS issues would fall upon all chat spammers. Here's the deal. I don't wish negativity.
Oh my god, Phil, you piece of shit. Yes, you do.
Say, well, don't you wish that all that
yes, you do.
That people say about you, do about you, that would be thrown back on them?
You actually do, though.
No.
Yeah, no. Phil is a very mature individual. He doesn't wish bad things on his haters.
If everyone in life
oh,
is happy,
if everyone was like me and mature and positive, then bad things wouldn't happen.
Think about it.
We could just be all happy and singing Kumbaya together.
Life is caught up in stuff that's neat and fun to do and stuff that you love. You would never want to spend time trolling or bringing down others.
Well, what if you think trolling and bringing down others is your way of having fun, Phil?
There's so many
what about us?
On Earth that are miserable.
I'm not miserable. It seems like you're miserable, Phil.
To spend, they just have time to waste. And so what they do is they try to push that negativity onto others because they're miserable. So I gotta make others miserable.
Phil has to do this narrative where all his detractors are actually miserable people, pathetic people who live in their parents' basements and have no families, unlike him.
And that's an awful way to go through life. It really is.
Grandstanding. They're all incels.
Your own stuff and you're positive. How are you ever going to improve your own life situation?
See?
If you're in a situation where, right? How are you ever going to improve your own situation if you are stuck
criticizing you?
Others, right? If you hurt someone, how does that help you exactly?
I mean, right? I don't have to be helping myself 24/7.
I get a feeling of positivity. That's fucked up. Why?
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 You know, there's people on the internet right now who've been so nasty to me, so terrible. They've done horrible things, said horrible things, made threats, actually
threats.
Not physically, but
oh, not physically though. What about when they tried to have you killed by calling the police to your house, Phil?
You want to know the truth?
You almost died.
They would just move on and have a good life. Because I feel like if they moved on and had a good life outside of anything in the realm of my existence, they wouldn't ever come back to bothering me. You know what I mean? But it seems like they can't.
Fuck.
They're stuck in this toxic
cycle
of crap. So, no, I don't wish any painful negativity on anyone on this planet. Seriously.
Painful negativity. All the guy said is, don't you wish they would have internet problems?
Yeah, you realize you don't have to do it,
That's
right?
not painful negativity. I mean, I guess it is
It's
if
not an
you're
online
Phil and
game.
your entire
It's not
life
like
revolves
online.
around doing things on the internet.
So even if there is a day one patch for Alan Wake 2, fuck it. I don't have to load it. I can still play the game today if I want to. That's fine.
Take a sip.
It's going to end up taking a whole day for me to download the day one patch because the internet's so bad. So there's no point in bothering with that.
Just like there's no point in playing the game.
What camera and lens do I use for streaming?
He has
It is
no
this
idea.
Logitech webcam.
Oh god, here we go.
I don't know if it has a model number. Hold on. I have no idea.
Oh my god, really, Phil?
No. Well, crap. It very well could have a model number on it. But
It could have a model number.
It doesn't have it on the back. It might be on the underneath, and I would have to unscrew it to see that. I don't even think... I wouldn't even know where to look on my system layout to find that right now, so I apologize. It's a Logitech webcam from the last 5 years, because I used to use a Logitech webcam.
Well, that narrows it down.
Configuration was 10 years old, and this is just the most modern version of it. It is only a 1080p webcam. So there you go.
There you go. Whoops. I can't believe I can get a single
Yomi
health
says it
item.
only took me 3 minutes to download the day one patch. Yes, but you have
I'm
no
gonna fuck up and get killed by
I
this
have
door.
a 4G
4G?
backup internet device that runs like a snail. Okay, it would probably take me hours to download even a small patch with this thing. Seriously. Dark Goldbox says I saw the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It was actually pretty decent for what it was. Interesting. Sheila Booth says glad you skipped Lords of the Fallen. It has a lot of issues. I think there's just better games out there. Again, I told you guys that right now my plan is that we will play it at some point in November. I just don't know when. It's going to depend on when we get through all the other new releases. But I did have plans to play it, unless you guys are against it now because the consensus is not very good. I had a feeling there was no way it was going to live up to Lies of P. Lies of P was so exceptional.
Come on. I need enough for a hand. Oh shit.
I never thought Lord
I really thought that was gonna work.
Biohazard says the Five Nights at Freddy movie literally only has 10
Fuck!
minutes of horror in the whole movie.
Damn it, I just got the gut hand too.
Great.
That's what I was afraid was gonna happen.
I appreciate it.
I should have done a dragon kick instead of those ball busters.
Why not go buy the game physically before you go on
But I
stream?
thought
Alan
with
Wake
the
is not sold as a physical
Cobra
disc.
Twists would give me enough
Digital only.
energy to do a god
The first
a
of
god
probably
hand.
many to be that way.
Oh well. I actually got a checkpoint right there. Remember when Phil played this game and he whined that there were no checkpoints?
Do I still own Assassin's Creed Rogue? I had it on PS3. I'm pretty sure I still have it. We checked out my collection last year, right? So I think it was still there. But I mean, I wouldn't play the PS3 version. They've since remastered it for more modern consoles, so I'd probably play whatever the modern version is if I were to ever play it. Hold on 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Is there another truck outside? Go popping up out of this hole like a gopher. Ooh. Okay, yeah, all the crates respawn, but that card might not be back. I mean, it won't be back, which is a bummer. But I was expecting my plan to work, and it didn't work, so I only have myself to blame. Wow. See, now they give me food. Now that I don't need it. What's going on, Phil?
Okay, I'm back. No, nothing yet. Still waiting for the tech. Not here yet.
So what was that? Did you hear another car?
Fan of Lovecraft says I was at Walmart. They have physical copies of it. How? It's digital only. I'm telling you, it's digital only.
I'm telling
If you
you.
went to Walmart and they have a copy, it means
You
you have to download it when you get
What you
home.
saw was a lie.
There's no physical copies that were produced on a disc.
And Phil knows this because he keeps a close eye on all games that get physical releases. Even though he doesn't buy any physical games and hasn't for like 5 years.
I see. I've never ridden a motorcycle. No, I have not.
These are some great debt questions.
When will I upload the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough? Admittedly, this is not been a thought of mine in a long time.
That's a great question, Sunday. When will he do that?
About it. Remember, originally the plan was that maybe over the
no, he's just going to talk about this for 5 minutes now.
We were going to sit down and discuss exactly how to upload it, where to
We
upload
were going to
it,
discuss how we would do
year
this.
anniversary that we did in
We.
August, and then we got caught up with stuff.
We got caught up
You
with
know,
stuff.
August is over, and we're into the busy new gaming
We.
season. Oh.
Now we are into the busy
forgot,
gaming
right? We
season.
totally
We
forgot.
forgot. We. It's never gonna happen.
I don't know.
We have to talk about it. We forgot. We got busy. We have to talk about it.
Discussion that's important.
Yes, very serious.
Yes, Juan. 1 week to your birthday. Gotcha.
He hates this guy. Just ban him, Phil. Just ban the guy.
Comment friendly, quite frankly, I don't have a candidate for Game of the Year because I need to sit down and look at all the games this year and rate them against each other, which is what I do at the end of the year. I play so many games in 1 year, it's hard for me to even keep track of the
Just
ones
say
I
Street
play.
Fighter, Phil. We all know it's Street Fighter.
You know,
Everyone knows it's
definitely
fucking
not
Street
going to
Fighter.
be answering anything like that,
God, he's
right?
so lame. Just can't take a stance on anything. It's so pathetic. I should probably equip that, actually. It's probably better. It's better than Pimp Hand. Because it comes out faster and it does only, like, a little bit less damage.
Great Zero Taste, that's a lot of information in one statement. Oh, hold on, guys.
Oh. Phone call? Yeah, the phone must be ringing. Here we go. The tech is coming, guys. Oh shit. Drop my input. You missed.
So for the record, they're trying to call me. I tried to answer, and the fucking phone wouldn't answer.
The phone dropped his input.
So now I gotta see
The
what's going on.
phone wouldn't answer.
And I'm probably gonna have to call them back.
The tractor phones. This guy just can't get a break. Every piece of technology just falls apart around him. Fuck. Want that bat? Here we go. Fuck! Fuck! Oh my god. Okay, I just want to get out of this fucking walkway. Oh god. Oh, this is a fucking disaster right now. Okay.
All right. Well, now I'm not. Now the call. I got a call. I tried to answer. It didn't answer. And
I got a call from Spam
Great.
Likely.
Well, hopefully I get another call.
I don't know why Comcast would call me and would say Spam Likely.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on, guys.
This does happen sometimes with cell phones, and like I told you guys, I don't have great reception. So I'll get a call
Sometimes
and
this
answer
happens
it,
with
it won't
cell
even pick
phones,
up.
guys. You get a phone call and you push answer and it just doesn't work.
Oh, good.
Totally normal thing that happens to everyone. Ooh, orange. Use that. Oh shit.
So nothing. Like I said, I
Nothing.
got the call, but nothing. Now there's no second call and no voicemail. That's good.
Snort. You want to call the number back, maybe? Was it Comcast's number?
And sadly, it's an 800 number. If I
Oh,
call it that,
it's an 800
an
number.
anyway.
There probably was them calling. God, what a fucking moron. I wonder if he missed the call because he's so fucking paranoid he has to like mute the stream and put up his cover before he answers it. So like he actually missed the call. Be funny if that's what happened. Oh, it's retarded radical
I know what's
jostling.
gonna happen. It's just gonna go to a voicemail. Let's see.
I just watched the new South Park special. Was awesome, smiley face. Actually, the new South Park thing I kind of want to watch too. To be fair to Radical Jaws. Oh, what's this? They must have called again. This time he was ready. Yeah, that's a good point. Sith in his chat. No landline phone. Didn't he have a landline phone? I could have sworn he...
I was right. It's just the automated line.
Oh, he just tried calling it himself. I was right. Phil's always right.
Here within like half an hour. That was 15 minutes ago.
So okay.
This was a phone call.
A phone call? Yes, it was. It was likely a phone call. That's right,
Phil.
But
it's completely automated. When you call, it's just a robot. It's just as if you're calling the main line. It doesn't help you at all. They give you no information. Do you remember my old BlackBerry? Of course I remember my old BlackBerry.
BlackBerry?
I loved that thing because I never mistyped. I loved having actual physical keyboard to type things on it. But those days are long gone, right? Why don't I go outside and wait? Because I don't live on an open city street.
I live in a gated community, you idiot.
So I can get them in, and then they have to drive to the back here. They're not going to just arrive at the front of my house. I'm not on an open public road.
Don't they have, like, your gate code? As he gets up to look out the window again. They're not just gonna pull up. I live in a gated community. Gets up and walks to look outside.
They're gonna call me when they arrive, like they always do.
Oh shit. Ah, fuck me.
Ah, okay.
Wow, he's getting comboed here. Okay. So again, for the record here, he has a mute button. He is muting the mic when he gets these calls. So there's nothing stopping him from muting the mic when he has to burp or something. You know, he feels it coming, he prepares, he starts patting his stomach, you know, starts patting his chest. Like there is no reason why he couldn't be muting the mic when he does these burps. He does it on purpose. It's like a spite thing. Punishing his audience.
Yeah, this is great. My fucking phone won't pick up. I just got a call. They're trying to get in the front gate, I think, and I can't fucking pick up. I'm trying to answer on my phone, and it won't pick up the call.
This is incredible. His phone mysteriously won't work now.
I don't know what to do here. This sucks.
This sucks.
I don't know. I might have to call them directly and try to figure out what's going on.
But you can't call them directly because it's just the 800 number. Oh my god, I was expecting it to just be like, oh, he's gone, and then the stream's gonna be silent for the next like hour. But no, we get bonus content. Because apparently no technology works. Phil generates an anti-technology field. It's like I didn't beat it, but I played a bit of this old RPG game, Arcanum. Arcanum of Steamworks and Magix Obscura. And in that game, there's like a relationship between technology and magic where if basically if there's too much magic around, technology stops working, and vice versa. I think that's how it works. It's been a long time. Shit, shit, shit. That's our most dangerous attack. Fuck! Fuck! Oh my god, really? I should just use the God Hand. See, that's why I say this boss is one of the hardest parts of the game. Even harder later when you have to fight two of them at once. I could have cheesed it, but I didn't. I wanted to be all fancy and beat it at level 3 without the God Hand. Going very poorly now again. Shit. Oh my god. Okay. So I wonder if he's actually going outside to the gate. Like, that would be a very unfill move. But I don't know what else he could be doing right now. Unless he's trying to call them or something? I don't know. This whole situation has Phil in an awkward position, I think. Although, you know, this could still all just be fake. Like, this could all be a LARP. Like, oh, the phone's ringing, but he can't answer it. Like, there's always another problem. It's so weird. And like I said at the top of the stream, it makes absolutely no sense that his streaming computer would be unaffected. But apparently not completely unaffected. But he can still stream just fine. Like, it really doesn't make sense. Like, the things he claims are happening make no sense. It'd be kind of funny, actually, if, like, the tech showed up outside or something. And this is, like, he's actually, like, going to talk to him right now. Like the guy is in the house. The tech guy's in the house, dude. So he has to, like, basically leave the stream like this. And he never, like, actually said, okay, I'm gonna be gone for, like, an hour. He just, like, leaves the stream like this for however long it takes to actually troubleshoot and everything. Okay, let's not risk it. She was doing it again. That attack is fucking deadly. The thing is, most of her attacks, most of these whip lady attacks, you want to do a back dodge, but that one, if you back dodge, it'll still hit you, and it's a multi-hit and does tons of damage. That's what makes her so fucking dangerous, man. Yeah, I wonder if he's got to come back, right? He's got to come back and be like, okay, the guy's here. We're gonna put the stream on hold, and this might be like 3 hours of troubleshooting, guys. I don't know. Like, he has to, right? He can't just like leave his audience hanging like this, can he? I guess we'll find out. I'll play a little longer. If he doesn't come back in, I don't know, give him like another 5 minutes or so. I'll beat the stage. I think there's just the Elvis, the second Elvis fight, and then the end of this stage. So we'll give him till then. Yeah, this part, then you go through this house, and then it's the Elvis fight. Very tough puzzle solving here. I'm gonna hand this fucker. These fat ninjas are some of the most annoying enemies in the game. I like to burn them down. The other guy go? Oh, there he is. Maybe Phil had to go, like, maybe he had to like go to another room to get phone reception. But even if that's the case, if the guy is on the phone and he's outside, I would think the conversation wouldn't take this long. It would be like, hey, okay, yeah, the code's 1488 is the door code, and just come in. We're this house in the back. Like for the horse stable, the horse corral outside. That's the one. Oh shit! She got up really fast. People are continuing to give him money, even though he's not even fucking here. Oh, Dr. Disrespect's playing Alan Wake right now. Oh, wait, it got banned! Somebody banned that super chat! His mods are banning people super chatting while he's not there. That's incredible. I'm glad I saw that. That's hilarious. Oh, God hand these fuckers. Don't spawn a demon, please. Okay. Yeah, now they're speculating why he got banned. Yes, for recommending another streamer stream, even though Phil's gonna be gone for an extended period of time now. You can't suggest watching somebody else in the meantime. That's against the rules. No leaving the cult. No false gods. Why would you pay $6 to advertise for another streamer? Wasn't really advertising the other streamer. I don't know. All these people are paranoid just like Phil. It's really incredible. Right, it is just dead air. Dead air. Yeah, I'll do this boss fight. Oh shit, I skipped the cutscene. That cutscene is kind of funny. I skipped it by mistake. I've played this game so many times that I just kind of like automatically reflexively skip the cutscenes, even when I should be watching them, because like I'm streaming or I want to watch one because it's funny. Whatever. Yeah, Phil complains about socks in his chat, but he never gets rid of people like the Street Fighter 6 character, Street Fighter 2 character. Like there's a bunch of those, and he lets those live for reasons unknown. Can only speculate. They probably grovel. I don't think I'm gonna have enough. Even if I chain yank or pummel, get to God Hand again and guarantee my win. Check these for health. Nope. Nope. Okay, no health. Awesome. Totally out of resources. Let's go.
I apologize. I kept everyone on the edge of their seats here wondering what's going on. Someone just said that in the chat. They're like, oh my god, we're on the edge of our seats. So the tag is here. He's figuring it out. He does think it is a DNS issue. And I'm going to go offline. And we're gonna try to fix it. All right, guys? So
all right, guys. All right, guys.
You know, later this afternoon, sooner rather than later, but we'll see. And I will let you all know what happened. Thanks for being patient. And I'll be back in a bit, everyone, all right? Thanks for watching, and I shall be back whenever it's resolved. Thanks, and see you in a bit.
Okay, well, unceremonious end. Just gotta wrap this fucker up real quick. Oh shit, it's gonna do an autoplay. Cancel.
I'm so hungry. I think I'm gonna starve.
What the hell? That works for me.
You got to do what you got to do. Once I get a snack, you're mine, cabron. Legs down!
You're either really honest or really stupid.
God Hand, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest story ever told. And I still got the good bonus, only 3 continues. As long as it's, you get a big bonus for 0 continues, but 1 through 3 gets you a smaller one. I think it's 20,000 less. And I think 5 to 10 is 10,000. I don't know, I almost never have that many continues. so I don't even remember. But anyway, that was certainly a stream. Pretty much what I expected to happen. I was expecting the Comcast guy to be much later, and for us to have a really, really long Q&A session. But that didn't happen, but pretty much everything else I expected to happen happened. He didn't get any whalage. 1 Minute Man gave him $50, and he made almost no money other than that. Actually, like, how much was this actual tip total? 55. So $5 from somebody else, or I think there was like a $1 and a $1.50 and something, you know, like a couple really small ones. Also, I never noticed this before. Phil first hit the arcade scene enjoying classics such as Wonder Boy. Has he ever talked about playing Wonder Boy? Or the arcade version of Ninja Gaiden? Whatever. Anyway, totally gave myself like ADD there for a second. But anyway, yeah, I didn't make much money. Kind of complaining about his chat, offering him solutions. Really, really long segment on why he can't take days off, even if you give him money, and used his sandwich shop analogy and all that shit. So it was a typical DSP stream. I was hoping for some juicier content, but I guess we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna stream the dead air. God only knows how long Comcast Tech will take. It'd be really funny if Comcast Tech fixes the issue in like 5 minutes, and it's just like, oh well, he rebooted the router and it just worked. That'd be really funny. But who knows if that'll happen. I'm not gonna sit around and wait. But thanks for tuning in if you were watching. Thanks for watching if you're watching the replay. Superfluous Moniker signing off. I see you on the next one.